So hell, it's 5 minutes to 3, and that seems like a perfectly good time to start because then I could talk for 5 minutes and then do a time rift. How about that? Happy Wednesday. Welcome here. I am awkwardly cleaning my glasses with my shirt. And because I started purely based on the time and not the fact that I was actually ready. So Stream Elements is still broken. I forgot to fix it this morning, so that's a bummer. But it's fine, I guess. I have the normal Twitch activity feed, so I don't think things will pop up on the screen. They might, but I don't think they're gonna pop up on the screen if someone follows or whatever. But I don't know what the delay would be like, but I should be able to see it, so I should still be able to thank you or whatever. But yeah, I went for another massage because last week's massage was not what I needed. It wasn't bad, and I think for most people it would be perfectly fine. But yeah, it just wasn't what I needed. So I went to someone else today, and they very much knew what they were doing, and I feel so much better. It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, hello! Hi! Thank you for loudly announcing yourself. Come here. Come here. Good girl. She has been begging for attention all day, so I'm not really surprised that she's showed up. But yay, Lily, right off the top. Come here, baby girl. Yeah. And this time we're gonna get a time rift and not be 2 minutes remaining. Hey, Lily bum. Lily's bum. Always a feature on the stream. Always a feature. Yeah. Look at this baby. Yeah, I need to clean the gunk out of your eyes, but you don't want that. There you go. There's one side. She's like, mother, please. Okay, let me get the other one. I groom you, because I love you, because you baby. Ugh, sorry, there we go. Now I see your whiskeys. Alright, slightly disgruntled, eye-goopy-less cat, welcome Lily to the stream. So yeah, I hope you guys are also doing pretty good today, because yeah, I'm doing better. My terrible roommate moved out, so I will no longer have to suffer, although she also did literally zero cleaning on the way out, which isn't a surprise, but it's still annoying. So I have to do some of that, but aside from that, it's over. I'm finally free. She is trying to, well, I mean, she's kind of trying to choose violence, but also, Lily, she does know what violence is because Pabu is extremely violent. But, she is, well, I don't know. I guess she did chew on me a little when she was, legitimately, a kitten, but she hasn't bit me in fucking years. The worst I get is crying and her pushing on me when I pick her up. So she's not happy with me, but she's like, ugh, this is worth it for the attention. Also, hey Bangos, how's it going? I was just about to do something and now I forgot what it was. Cause I'm fantastic that way. I don't remember how to clear. Nope. I don't know. I don't remember how to just clear the details damage meter, but I don't care. It'll just start over next time I fight something. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping I don't manage to fuck up my shoulder again doing this, and or talking for several hours, but I guess if it starts to become a problem, I'll just stop? I don't know. Oh god, once again, I really need to duct tape my fucking chair arms. Or, well, just the one into the correct position. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel a little scattered. I don't know what to do. I feel because they keep leaving slight ink marks on the backs of the pages. You can see it's a little muddy. And I don't love that, but I can't just have, 30 pages sitting separately waiting for the ink to dry. And I don't know. I think the ink dries eventually. I'm scared that it doesn't, because if it doesn't, I really need to laminate these, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, I'm making hollow pug stickers. Ooh, that's fucking rainbow as shit. It's shiny as hell. So yeah, hollow. Christine would be thrilled, and if you get that reference, we're friends forever. Yeah. So basically, my friend called me at like 8 or 9 yesterday and was like, so all of a sudden, this thing that we were planning on doing, a convention, it wasn't gonna happen because, basically, Jesus Christ, I'm not explaining this well. Let's go do a time rift while I try and get my head straight here with this story. Basically, we were going to do a tattoo convention, and I was going to help her out, and we were going to do some art prints, and we were going to make a bunch of stickers. And then the organizers ghosted her, but her mentor, I don't know what when you're an apprentice, I don't know what you call, like, her, but I'm not gonna say her master, because that's fucking weird. But whatever. He was on vacation, and he came back yesterday and decided that he is doing the convention and she is joining him. And all of a sudden, the convention organizers are like, oh yeah, okay, that's fine. You can come as long as he's there, right? So, oh god. Oh no. Oh no! Okay, whatever. And, alright, I'm supposed to be destroying, actually doing an objective at this point. Okay, so yeah, either way, it is next weekend, and so now we have, like, 8 days to do as much as we possibly can to get ready for this. So I am printing a whole shitload of stickers, and we hopefully will get to do some art prints, and, so I've printed a bunch of stickers, and now I need to do the part where I cut them, which it kind of sucks. It's very labor intensive, and I have to set up the machine. So yeah, it's the whole thing, and it's stressing me out a little bit. I don't know if there was a point that I was trying to make at the end of that or not, but that's where I'm at, so it's a whole thing. Like, I want to fight that, but also I don't, like, get any credit for it, I don't think. I need to go destroy my grain boxes. Oh, yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried about the talking. You're like a little tenderness in my jaw. But I also want to stream, so... Yeah, I don't know. And maybe the smiling is also a thing, but regardless, like, at least if my face is gonna hurt, at least it will be for a good reason then? I don't know. Yeah. Whatever. I have my brace on. I think that's a good start. Blah, blah, blah. I think that is the longest it has ever taken me to deal with a time rift objective. But we did it, though. Who am I reporting to? Okay, defeat as many undead scourge as possible. Cool! And now I'm plagued again, even though I theoretically destroyed the grain. Maybe someone else has to do it now. I don't know. Just stream for a little bit. Yeah, yeah, like, if it does just start getting worse and painful and whatever, then I'll just call it for the day. And go hang out in the pool, because it's almost 40 fucking degrees with the humidity, so yikes. But yeah, that's where things are at today, and yes. Lily is having a bath. I have a bunch of work I need to do, and I don't want to deal with any of it. I don't know why this hunter is in my damage meter, but okay. I guess we're sharing the kill on this one. Lord Thessarian, oh my god! It's certainly time shenanigans over here. I don't even necessarily know why I'm doing this anymore, because, like, the gear isn't particularly helpful. Or anything. But, well, I mean, I guess it's the mounts and stuff. I like, whatever, right? Alright. Oh, right. I got the new trinket. I need to add it to my burst macro. Which, like, I never know how good yeah, mounts and pets, you are correct. I did kind of forget those existed for half a second there. But yeah, like, it used to be that like my burst window was like the only time I did a reasonable amount of damage. You wanted to stack as many possible things as you could in that burst window. And I don't really feel like that's the case anymore, or at least this expansion, whatever. So I don't know. I need to actually look up my rotation suggestions, and yeah, it's a whole thing. I'm not like, I don't think I'm terribly underperforming or anything like that, but I'm fully aware that I could be doing better. Yeah, so even if you're not bad, there's almost always room for improvement, right? So, and I'm fine with that. It's a thing. It just is. And it's fun to slowly improve and get better at what you do, I think. So I really have no problem with that. It's just I have to actually do the work to find out the information. So yeah. That's where we're at. I never know, this is just like a complete side thought, but I never know how much to tip like a massage therapist. I feel like I didn't tip enough. And like, I don't know if it's like the 10% rule, or if that's just like completely out of date at this point, or like what, or if it's different for things like that. I don't know. I don't know what like socially acceptable tips are. Cause like I feel a lot better, and I would like to say thank you for that in a financial kind of way, and I don't know what the appropriate amount to do that is. So I don't know. How do you like, when do you actually get the crates? Because like it makes sense that you get them at this and this, but you can get the epic one without filling the bar completely. So I don't really get it. Okay, well I ran out of time, but I think we are probably, we are not at kill everything yet. Oh, I don't think that I needed to get on my horse. Why did I say horse? It's a fucking dragon. Alright, okay. I don't wanna equip it. I wanna, okay, so it has a whole cooldown, so I guess I will not be able to put those together on a burst macro, which is interesting. So yeah, why do I keep tanking these? It sucks. I mean, I'm alive, so it's fine, I guess, but okay, I was like, no, don't leave, but she's not leaving, we're fine. Dead. So yeah, I don't mind doing time rifts and stuff. I don't necessarily feel like super sad if I miss one, but yeah, I do kind of appreciate that there's like a reason for people to keep doing. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Is she just gone? Okay, no, there she is. I definitely should have interrupted that, and I did not, so womp, but oh well. Oh, Black Arrow, no! I hit the interrupt button, but it wasn't fast enough. Whatever. Okay, now we must enter the rift. But yeah, it would kind of suck if people were just constantly falling off of doing this, and then it was down to just a few people or whatever. Although, if you get here late and the thing's already dead, apparently it just throws you into another instance, and so then you get to fight the boss with 4 people. Which was scaled, so it was fine. Like, it wasn't a big deal, but that's what we did yesterday. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing today. I feel like I should kind of take it easy. Oh, I mean, I have 3 heroics to do. Because I wanted that, Drake, thing. The crest. Okay, I guess I'll just be over here then. I honestly hate that this one is so hard. It's just like the actual mechanics of the fight, and it sucks. Because the other ones aren't like this. Ah, come on! Let me use Such a long cooldown. Ah! Get out of it! Get out of it! Also, like, I don't know, does the, oh fuck, yeah, cool, awesome. I don't know if, like, the outer ring actually falls off like it does in the real fight, too, but, and Desecrate just grows when people stand in it, right? I think. Yeah, probably, I don't know, I don't remember. But yeah, it's swell. I'll just kill Valkyrs then, I guess, because I don't want to be anywhere near him and his fucking ice puddles. So, alright, cool. Nah, I was not in that. I was not in that. That's horse shit. Okay, more Valkyr. Sweet. Ow. Ow! Why is there so much frickin' raid damage? I don't like it. Stop it. Ow. See, like, this is not, that's fine. Okay, wow, I think the Spore Cloak tried to save me there, but it did not. So that's a bummer. Cool. Speaking of which, I need to put a glider on this, because I haven't done that yet. And I'm thinking that I probably can't do that while I'm dead. Fun. Okay. Tinker. Scrollity scroll. This used to just fucking work. There we go. Oh, neat. Okay, cool. There you go, sweet. I just have a pile of Tinker kits to put gliders on cloaks whenever I get a new cloak. I used to have 50 and I'm down to like 26, so you know, progress. I don't know when I made those though. It was a very long time ago. It was at least Legion. Okay, and yeah, I don't know, like, I don't need these anymore, which is awesome, I guess, but yeah. Also, I do like that the Spore Cloak matches my transmog, but I'm also just not used to wearing cloaks. Like, it's weird for me. It's weird. I don't know how I feel about it. Where are we at on this? Cool, alright. So, raid bosses, Mythic Plus dungeons, quests, Darkmoon Faire is next week. I'm not earning honor or fulfilling craft orders, that's for sure. Okay. I mean, reputation's pretty easy, I suppose. Speaking of which, where the shit is my annoyingly untracked... Oh, right. I gotta go do this. But it didn't just frickin'... The whole bug thing just didn't pop up. When I picked it up. The weekly thing. Jesus Christ, why can't I speak? Yeah, cool. No, that's different. Is it here? Yes, it's here. Okay, cool. Zeralar cavern through the tunnels protect. Oh, okay, right. It's researchers under fire. I forgot. That's why everyone's been doing it. I didn't know. I do need to, cause right, we wanted the Drake crest so that we could do the last upgrade on this, which is not a good necklace, but it's not terrible, and I am waiting for an upgrade. We still need boots, and we still need a chest. And other than that, we're doing great gear-wise. We've got at least champion of everything else, and a couple heroes, and exactly one myth. I was like, which thing is it? I thought it was one of the trinkets, but it's the axe, which is good. I like having a shiny axe. What am I doing? Checking this. Okay, so I don't have enough for amount, so I'm just gonna whatever. And I guess we didn't actually get the purple box, but I feel like I've gotten the purple box without getting to the top before. Don't think that Jester's around. I don't know. Yeah, no. Because, you know, it's always fun to see who I can drag into doing stuff with me. Check your community invites. You sent an invite to the raiding community. Thank you! I will do that. I appreciate that. Where is that? I hate opening. Okay, there it is. I see it. I hate opening like my guild panel or my friend panel while I'm live. Like, it's not a huge deal, but I don't love it. Congrats on AOTC. I don't have AOTC, but that's okay. Okay, keys on Friday. That I can do. That I can do. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Thank you so much. I will do my best to actually be there. I don't know about today. Maybe not today. I could try today. But yeah, like I try not to broadcast other people's information. Oh, interesting. Right? I forgot that was a thing. What's that? Oh. Okay. Oh, I guess, is that like, okay, that's like a Dungeon World quest, because I was like, but I did. So, alright, whatever, that's new since yesterday, and I won't be getting it, because I'm not gonna do it again if I'm not gonna get loot, so, yep. But yeah, I am very glad that I did. Oh, is this? Yeah, it's Tier Hold Trial. I fucking hate Tier Hold Trial, never mind, I might still do it later, but like normally I'd be like, oh my god, race quest, hell yeah, but yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, whatever. It's fine. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. Up we go. Whee! Alright, what does Nozdormu have to say? Because that whole thing was like kind of messy and everyone was running around, but I did mostly pick up on the story, although like, I mean, it's a little confusing if you're not paying attention because of the whole different timelines and stuff, but I like the cutscene at the end. I really appreciate that. Have you ever stopped to ask why this is like the timeline that the Titans have chosen? And I'm like, yes, actually, I do in fact question that all of the time. Okay, baby, poor baby, she just wants some love, and I never have enough attention for her. Well, in fairness, she also has no end to the attention she desires, pretty much. So sometimes I'll like snuggle up to her and she's like, eh, and leaves. But you know, that's just when I need to get up and she's next to me or on me or whatever. And I'm just like, I'm gonna love you until you want to leave. Because it feels better than being like, I need to remove you, kitty. Okay, so that's the other quest. Right. Ooh, stasis sand. Cool. It is all thanks to you. You have saved us from the Infinite's terrible dawn, but even more so, you have saved me from a fate that I thought was all but inevitable. You have my eternal gratitude. Like, have we actually saved him from being Murozond? Like, I feel like that's not a thing that you can ever, like, guarantee forever. Like, there's always gonna be a chance, but... Okay, anyway, let us speak with Nozdormu and Alexstrasza.
Thank you, champion. Without you and Chronormu's bravery,
Oh, I need to...
I could not imagine what would have...
Nozdormu? Nozdormu!
Oh, Chromie.
Not everything.
Hey, Elaine.
The
How's it
clouds
going?
in my vision have parted,
Uh-oh.
and I can breathe without doubt or despair.
I love you, Nozdormu. You're the
I
best.
feel alive again.
Aw,
Thanks to
buddy.
you.
But what
This is really
of
cute.
Eridicron?
While we stopped the Infinites, Eridicron escaped through a kind of void tear, taking Galakrond's essence with him.
A void gate.
And yeah, like the
His
whole
dark
Earth
dealings have come to
dragons
fruition.
and
It feels like he's leaving this war to his kin. His
old
hatred
gods
for the
is an
Titans
interesting thing
is
/
all
question.
he cares about.
Yes,
Nozdormu,
he has lost his
can
way
you perceive
in terms
where
of what
he has
matters.
gone?
He has passed
Let me
beyond
check.
my sight.
Let me
All I see now are burning embers
Oh boy.
encroaching upon...
Marithra must be warned. If Varrock leads their forces now, he will be vicious and strike where we are most vulnerable.
The World Tree.
Yes,
Yeah. The
As
new one,
dangerous
I'm
as he
assuming? I
is.
think the new one's the
For
only
now,
one that's left,
we
right?
must leave Iridikron to his
Or is there still one in
schemes
Hyjal?
and steel ourselves for whatever Farak and Viranoth are preparing to unleash.
Right, so
The
Farak and
defense
Viranoth are
of
doing whatever the fuck they
Imidrissil
want, and Iridikron is doing whatever the fuck he
comes
wants.
first.
A Mirdrasil.
No matter what
Interesting.
lies ahead,
Sorry.
you were right, Krenormu. The future is
Stands
worth
up a little
fighting
taller.
for.
It is the new one, yes. Well, yeah, now that she named it, it's for certain, for surezies. Yeah, I don't know, I fucking love this story. Like, I really like where this is going.
Curse.
Krenormu mentioned that she found a time relic after your fight with Morchi. That device forced time to move quickly forward. It seems this relic is of a similar power, only it can rewind the threads of time, returning one to an earlier point. I shall safeguard it. We would not want such a device to fall into the wrong hands.
Be
Indeed.
mindful of which threads you pull on.
Indeed! I don't know if I want to deal with that right now. Alright, and there's all the blue dragonflight stuff left to do as well. So, like, there's lots of, like, low-pressure stuff I could do today, which is excellent, really. But yeah, I don't know, the whole infinite and, like, yeah, I don't know, the new world tree, the everything, the dragons, the stuff, Iridikron, Brak, whatever, it's great. We'll see how the old gods fit in. And yeah, like, they were talking, like, at one point, which fucking old god got Deathwing and whatever? I don't remember, but there was one that was like, was it just that the Titans trapped some of them in the earth and that's how they sealed them away? Is that why the earth dragons are more susceptible? I know that there's, like, an actual reason. But also I don't know why, like, the other old gods don't have a similar influence over the other dragons. It was N'Zoth? Okay, that kind of makes sense. Sort of. N'Zoth is the one that's been, like, still around recently, right? So, but yeah, like, in terms of it being in the earth, that makes sense, but I do feel like it's weird that the others are, like, kind of immune to it. But I mean, it's good news for our side of things that they are, I guess. So, alright, I still haven't fucking done any of this. I'm suck. N'Zoth, yeah. And yes, they were trapped underground, and so the earth dragons are continually exposed to their whispers. Yes, okay, thank you. I really appreciate the confirmation that I did, in fact, remember a thing correctly. I did at one point read at least half, if not more, of, like, the story of Warcraft in a really fucking long post on their website thing. So that was a lot of the like 20 and 10,000 years ago type stuff. So, like, it's in there somewhere. But yeah, so that makes sense. It's just, like, there are also old gods that have, like, escaped and been in other places. So, like, why? And also, like, when we go underground with the other dragons, like, why are the black dragons more susceptible if they haven't been underground forever like Deathwing was? Right? Well, I don't know. I guess it's still Earth connection. But whatever, maybe the whispers are stronger for them. But yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit interesting that the others get off the hook on that. So, okay, so I am building Peggy's confidence. I don't know, what if I'm just a fraud? Who am I to deserve the attention of a bronze dragon for something as frivolous as a song? So the options are, if you were a fraud, you wouldn't be here. Or, bronze dragons have all the time in the world. I wouldn't worry about wasting theirs. Or, songs aren't frivolous, and I bet a dragon would love to help with something that isn't a world-ending threat for once. You need to get up. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do songs aren't frivolous because that's how I feel. Art matters. Okay, Elaine. Thank you for the lore dump. I like this. This is good. I appreciate this conversation. So you think it's implied being the aspect of Earth is actually painful. Unclear if that's because of the old god corruption and the injuries to Azeroth, but thousands of years of whispers and constant pain is what got to Deathwing. Right. Well, yeah, and if the pain was Deathwing's thing, like, see, okay, whatever. I'll read the second message first. And the other black dragons are susceptible through Deathwing's corruption. It's literally in their blood, you believe now. Okay, that's interesting. But it can't just be, like, because most of the damage to Azeroth is pretty recent. Or at least the significant, oh my god, part. But yeah, like, I don't remember how much, like, I don't remember why he was, like, slowly turning to fire goo, and needed all the plates to hold him together. Like, obviously that was extremely painful and part of the problem. I just don't remember if that was, like, something that he did in exchange for power or whatever, or if it was something to do with being the earth aspect or what, because nobody else is burning up like that. But I do know that the Sinestra did not have a great time in terms of the lava and stuff of Deathwing. The Well of Eternity was prior to the dragons, and that's literally an open wound. Oh, I kind of forgot that like counts as a wound. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it felt more like a natural structure, but whatever. But you're right. You're right. The Well of Eternity would actually definitely be a problem for that. So yeah, maybe I think that probably makes the most sense in terms of just continual pain. But yeah, I don't remember the whole reason behind Deathwing is a lava blob that needs to be held together by plates part. I know that it happened. I don't remember why. And also Nulgar, hi! How's it going? Welcome to this middle of this conversation. You made the mistake of watching yesterday's second VODs and she forgot to check back whether I started up again. Oh, my heart. Rude. But yes. Yeah, I did. I'm still mad about the power randomly going out. I have no idea what happened. Anyway, songs aren't frivolous. Maybe you're right, but what if there is nothing to find here? What if this whole search for inspiration is just procrastination? Have you looked out the window? There's nothing but inspiration out there. If it's just procrastination, then that's all the more reason to get up and get it over with. I mean, that's also fair. Every creative endeavor is an uneven journey, but not moving is the only way to guarantee you won't make it to your destination. Seriously, you need to get up. Like, I'm a fucking artist. I'm just gonna pick the good ones. It's probably funny if you don't, but yeah. Elaine, was I gonna give you the lore dump on the roommate who moved out? Yeah, so like I don't really even know where to start. Spill the tea. Let me finish boosting Peggy's confidence, and then I'll go full screen and we'll talk about it for a bit. But yes, every creative endeavor is uneven. But what if, after all this, Tempo can't even help me? What if they don't even like music? I mean, their name is Tempo, come on.
One day at a time, friend.
I like that. Okay, you're right. I should go out there. Yes, you should. I'll find what I need for this piece. Exactly. I am the greatest composer that ever lived. Okay, calm down. I like Peggy. He's cute. Find Peggy again. All right, very fun, good stuff. So yeah, like, moved in just like at the end of last July, cause so hang on a second. Just a second. Yeah, anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. Hang on. Okay. So yeah, basically she got kicked out of the last place that she was living, which was with mostly family members. Yeah, and yes, Lily is ignoring us. So she was like literally homeless for a week or two. So I let her move in early, even though she was supposed to move in August. But like, whatever, that's not a huge deal because there wasn't someone here before. It is ominous, but at the time, it like, I still think that it was a terrible thing for them to do. Like, they're family, you need to, whatever. But also at this point, I understand. So yeah, she was just not doing well mentally, ended up going to the psych ward for a while, and like there's no shame in that. If you need to go, you need to go. I have lots of friends that have been to the psych ward and they aren't like her, and it's fine. So that in and of itself isn't an issue, but yeah, so she got out of the hospital and her family was like, bye, get out. So that's pretty shitty. Even if I get it, still a really shitty thing to do. So yeah, whatever. She's dealt with a lot of shit. Her dad is like really terrible and abusive, and like I definitely believe that because like CPS helped them escape, and there was a whole escape plan to like go in and grab your important documents while he's out and kind of thing. So like that is for sure real. So yeah, basically just really traumatized, kind of struggling, undiagnosed ADHD, undiagnosed autism, found out later in the year that she probably has borderline personality disorder as well, which again, isn't inherently a problem on its own, but if you're using it as an excuse, it's a fucking problem. So yeah, just all sorts of issues, mostly undiagnosed, mostly untreated. Just not great. Her mom passed away when she was in high school, so none of that positive influence, which is unfortunate. So yeah, basically she had a hard life, and I was really willing and ready to like be compassionate about it because, you know, I've been through a lot of shit as well. I also have CPTSD and stuff like that. So yeah, basically for the first like 6 to 8 months, I tried really, really hard to work with her on stuff. And like when we butted heads on things or she was doing something super obnoxious or whatever, because she's a 20-year-old, she just did stupid shit or didn't know how to do a lot of things, and that was really annoying. And like she broke or ruined some of my stuff, and so that was kind of upsetting. But yeah, basically we were trying to talk through things, and I was being incredibly patient about it, and that's not me patting myself on the back, it's just a fact. And yeah, just me giving her endless chances. And so sometimes we would have conversations calmly and it would be fine, and she'd be like, yeah, okay, I get it, I'll do better or whatever. And then other times I would bring things up and she would freak the fuck out. And there was like a huge emotional explosion, yelling, crying, whatever, and I would have to be like, okay, you're not a terrible person, we just need to do better on this thing. And it was just a lot. It was a lot. And so yeah, that was really stressful for me, having to just be the adult in the room. And sometimes I didn't respond super well, but like throughout the entire time that she lived here, I only told her to shut up once, even though I wanted to a lot of times. I don't think I ever told her to fuck off, even though I wanted to a lot. So like I was being really careful about my language. I was trying not to be an asshole. I was trying not to trigger things. Some of it was just that like things that trigger my trauma, are the things that help her, and vice versa. Also, there's a lot of like some of the like autism stims that she does, which again, not inherently a problem, but like she would like make it, like it was like if Mariah Carey was scatting. And she would sing like that in her room, or sometimes not even in her room, for literally 2 or 3 hours at a time. And I wanted to kill her, like with a sharp knife. Or actually, you know what? A dull knife for extra suffering, because like it was awful, and I would like put my headphones in and just try to not exist around it and stuff. But like I would sometimes just be lying in bed like in pain, trying to feel better, and she's just fucking singing in the other room, and if you ask her to stop, she's like, but I need to, kind of thing. So yep, it's super great. And yeah, it was just a lot, and there is always a breaking point with things like that. And like I literally don't even remember what the original argument was about, but at a certain point, I do. Okay. So basically, I have a reasonable amount of blankets that get really heavy when they're wet because they're fleece. So she was trying to wash a fleece blanket, and I have a top load washing machine. So if it's not balanced properly, the barrel will bang into the sides, and the machine will go, okay, that's bad, and it will fill up with water again. And then drain it, because the idea is that that will pick up the stuff and resettle it in a more balanced way. So it'll sometimes get caught like in a loop of doing that because it's not actually rebalancing. And it is totally possible to just balance it well straight off the top. You just have to be smart about it or careful, whatever. Regardless, she was trying to wash a blanket and it got stuck in this loop, and then she like came crying to me, and she insists that she wasn't asking me to fix it, but she was like, what do we do, kind of thing. So basically I stopped it, and there's a certain point where like I couldn't get it to rebalance either for some reason, so I just decided that I was gonna wring it out and throw it in the dryer. But wringing it out hurts my forearms a lot because it's a lot of this, and it's very, very heavy, and she wasn't helping. She's just sitting there staring at me watching, and so I was kind of pissed off about it. And I was wearing my big knit pink cardigan that I wear all the time, and I just didn't want to get it wet, so I pulled it off and I like threw it a little grumpily onto the dryer, and I guess part of it hit her, whatever. So we get it in the dryer, it's whatever, I go do something else. I was probably streaming, I think, and then afterwards, I admit that this was kind of bitchy. But I was like, you could have at least said thank you, and she's like, what, why would I say thank you? You, like, triggered my trauma. This is just like when my sister locked me in the basement and threw a remote at me, and like, fuck you. Like, fuck you. So that was like kind of the initial, I'm fucking done, I'm not even trying anymore. Like, oh, and just to be clear, like, whether it was a screaming match from her where she ended up sobbing or a conversation, just about nothing ever actually changed. Like, no matter how many times I talked to her about a thing, she wouldn't change. Nothing would change. If I talked to her about the singing, wouldn't change. Like, and like, a lot of it was just like, hey, can you do this while I'm not upstairs? Right? Like I was asking for some pretty reasonable things. And like, really, none of my requests were unreasonable, because I know that I'm living with someone else and I can't have everything exactly my way, and I can't ask an autistic person to not stim in their own home. That's just a shitty thing to do, and I didn't want to do that. So I wasn't saying don't sing ever. I was saying don't sing while I'm like in audible range. I'm in my office a lot of the time, and I can't hear it in my office, and it's fine, right? So whatever. I don't think anything that I was asking for was really unreasonable. Like, also, the amount, I literally don't even know the amount of times that I tried to teach her how to fucking load the dishwasher, and nothing ever got better. Oh my god. It's just obnoxious. So yeah, like, this is after like 6 or 8 months of this, of nothing getting better, despite all of my patience, all of my conversations, me trying to talk to her in various different ways to see if something better would work. If I sent something by text or like over the phone, or left like a sticky note once, she would just read it in the most negative possible tone and freak the fuck out. So like, I left a sticky note about something once. I don't even know what it was. I do. I'm not sure. I think this was when she decided to put Sharpie and painter's tape labels on everything in the fridge, and the fridge fucking reeked like Sharpie, and I was like, I don't want my food to smell or taste like this. So I took them all off, and I was like, hey, can we maybe talk about these things before we just unilaterally decide to do them? And that's pretty much what I wrote on the note, and I went to go stream, and I came back to the kitchen after the fact, and there was like literally 20 sticky notes where she had decided to write out this big angry response instead of, waiting and having a conversation. And I wasn't allowed to talk to her before she went to school or work, because then she would get upset. So then I would have to like wait until she got home and just hold on to this frustration the whole time. And then she'd be like, I hope you haven't been holding on to this all day. And it's like, what the fuck other choice do I have? So like, it was just really fun. There was literally no way to win. And yeah. There was no way to win. And so the whole you like, she accused me of straight up throwing the cardigan at her, and like, one, it's a cardigan, and two, no, I threw it at the dryer and like a little part of it hit you. Which, like, yeah, I do regret that it hit her. I don't want to throw stuff at people. Daryl, the malignant ooze, threw a blanket in my face once, and like, hard, but still, and that was freaky and upsetting. I mean, that was also 3 a.m. and it was a whole thing, but that's a different story. So yeah, that happened, and I was basically at my breaking point, and I tried to just kind of like disengage a bit. And then another kind of big problem that we had tried to deal with in a reasonable way came up. So she has PCOS. She sweats a lot. She can be a little stinky. It's a thing that happens. It's not her fault, but she's really self-conscious about it, so she would use perfume. As well as a whole bunch of body sprays and spray deodorant and stuff. And I feel physically ill when perfume gets up in my face. Like, she left for something once and gave me a hug while she was wearing perfume, and then my hair smelled like her perfume, and I felt like I was gonna die until I had a shower. So that's the thing. So we had tried to compromise and say, hey, only put this on in your room, whatever. But there came a day after the blanket incident where it just drifted from her room down the stairs, and I felt ill, and it was awful, and I was like, I'm sorry, we've tried to make this work, but can you just not use perfume? Can you use something, like, literally anything else? I know that it's something you struggle with, but, like, can we figure something out? And she, like, I think it went on for, like, 30 or 45 minutes, of just her screaming at me. Like, at one point, she was literally in my face, screaming at me. And so that was the only time I ever, like, screamed back, and it was, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck out of my face. I can't deal with this. But yeah, she was basically like, you don't understand. I can't deal with this. I'm super self-conscious about this. If you just understood, you would let me do whatever the fuck I want, basically. And I was like, I do understand, but that doesn't supersede my right to breathe in my own fucking home, right? Like, that's reasonable. That's reasonable, right? You have other options. You do. So yeah, she screamed in my face because I didn't want to feel physically ill smelling perfume all the time. And so that was like the true, I'm done. I'm not going to try with you anymore. This is ridiculous. I'm not renewing your lease. You're getting the fuck out as soon as I can get you out. So basically I ended up writing her a message saying that. I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Back the fuck off. And also, like, seriously, one of her biggest problems is that she just didn't know when to stop. She genuinely thought that if people just understood where she was coming from, they would let her do whatever she wanted. And so she, like, there were so many times where I had to be like, leave me alone. Go away. But yeah, so she went up to her room and sobbed, and I ended up getting a message from her that was clearly written by either her therapist or her social worker, saying like, okay, we're just gonna talk about nothing except things we need to talk about. I don't want to hear about your personal life. I won't tell you about mine. I need some time to figure this out, and then we'll have a conversation. And that conversation literally never happened. She never, ever came to me. She never apologized. Nothing. She just moved on like everything was fine because I didn't completely ignore her existence. So yeah, the last like 4 months were just hellish because I didn't want to bring up any of the problems that I had with her because I didn't feel like being screamed at. And also, even if I brought them up, nothing ever got better. There was always an excuse. There was always a reason. And so whatever, she was on a new med that was making her sweaty, and she was really hot in her bedroom all the time, and I had an extra fan and I gave it to her. And this was a terrible mistake. Because instead of perfume, she was just using spray deodorant, which I guess she was all the time, but like whatever, it wasn't an issue. It was in her room. But then she had the fan on 24/7, and it would blow the air out, and it was a problem even with the door closed, but she also had the door open a lot. And my room is directly across from hers. So basically, my room started smelling like sweat and stale spray deodorant. And it's not even the world's worst smell, but the smell has a texture. It just stuck in my throat and makes me sick, and it triggered so much sensory distress in me that I was like, I either I need to kill her or I need to die. I can't do this. And there was just no way to deal with it. Like, I straight up told her, hey, can you either not have the fan on when the door, or it's like, here's your options. The fan is off when the door is open, or you close the door and you can have the fan on, right? And she did not give a shit. So I would just like pull her door closed every time I could to try and save it. And fortunately I had an old air purifier, so I brought that out, bought new filters for it, whatever, cranked it up. So for the last several months, I have had an air purifier on in my bedroom 24/7, just so that I could live in my bedroom without throwing myself into a violent rage. And like there were a bunch of other things, but that was the main one that I just couldn't handle anymore. And I don't think it's fair that I need to have an air purifier because you're making my bedroom smell like your armpit. Not fucking cool, right? So yeah, that was the big thing, and it was just torture all of the time because even having my room smell alright, every time I walked up the stairs, it hit me in the face and just like, yeah, she's just constantly childish. She's so wasteful. Like, we'd have a little IKEA bottle full of dish soap and it would disappear in a week, and I don't understand how. She would take massive portions of food, and like she also had a whole complex with food and previously had an eating disorder and probably still has an eating disorder and also has diabetes and is not doing anything to take care of herself in that regard. And like that, it's not really my business, I guess, but I'm also just watching this being like, oh my God. And yeah, we used to share food and stuff, but after the whole perfume incident, oh no, it wasn't the perfume incident. So, and then, yeah, whatever, the other roommate moved in March, and this was after the perfume incident, I think. I don't know. I don't remember the timeline exactly. The ADHD time soup, right? I want to read your message, Elaine, but I'm just like on a roll and I don't want to forget things. But yeah, whatever. He moved in and he hadn't been dealing with this for the better part of a year, 9 months at that point. And so he was giving her a chance and everything too. But he's my age, and so she has daddy issues and whatever. So like there was this like power dynamic issue where she was like kind of treating us like her parents, but also she didn't want us to act like she was a kid. She didn't want to be treated like a kid, and it's like, okay, then don't fucking act like one. But yeah, so he was still sharing food that he made and stuff, even though he did it while rolling his eyes and whatever. And every now and then she'd share food, but then she was broke, so she stopped cooking or sharing or whatever, and so that was annoying. But yeah, then at one point he asked her to bring the garbage down on garbage day, and she didn't. And then had this whole long explanation for why she totally couldn't spend 2 minutes bringing the fucking garbage down in the morning. And he was like, this is obnoxious. And he kind of yelled at her about it, which I don't think was like necessary or like whatever. It's her garbage. It's whatever. I wouldn't have yelled at her about it because it's just not worth it, but whatever. He did. And then she sent him this whole like massive text about how like, you triggered me, but I'm sure you totally didn't mean it that way, but this and that, and I'm sorry if this message hurts your feelings or whatever. And like he just didn't even respond. He's like, this is fucking ridiculous. I don't care. And then of course she ended up talking to me about it, which was super annoying. But anyway, after that incident, he was like, no, we're done. We're not sharing food anymore. So that was interesting. There was a lot of sulking on her part about that. But yeah, like seriously, like the list of things that went wrong could continue for a very long time. And yeah, like a lot of this, like it got to the point where like her coming home gave me a very, very similar but slightly weaker feeling of like, oh God, as when my ex would come home at the end. So yeah, it was like just straight up emotional abuse, kind of, right? And yeah, because I got to the point where I just didn't want to talk to her about these problems or try to have my needs met because I didn't want to be screamed at. So yeah, whatever. We just tried to separate as much as we could for the last few, like 2 months there. And like I had already been kind of trying to do that, but he gave up on her at that point too. And I was like, see. So yeah, whatever. Just a completely self-absorbed, wasteful child, basically. With just so many issues that she says she's working on but isn't, and she's like completely divorced from reality. She literally the other day we found out that she for some stupid fucking reason thought that her lease went until August 1st and not July 31st, like every lease that's ever been written. And so I sent her a like slightly annoyed message, but it wasn't that annoyed. It was just very property manager language. Like, okay, fine. If you have to do this, you haven't left me any choice. There's 3 days before August 1st. But I want you out by 5 p.m. on the 1st, or you have to give me $100 as if it was like a fucking Airbnb for the night. And obviously I'm paraphrasing. And you need to clean, or I will take it out of the security deposit, which is an incredibly normal thing to do. And yeah. And then she sent, okay, here. I will show you how ridiculously long this message is. These messages are, her name's on it though, and I don't really want to, whatever. On my phone, the normal text size, the messages she responded with are this big, and it's all like, I'll be out of your hair. I would have communicated if I thought something was wrong, but I really thought that this was thing, and whatever. And I was also just pissed that she was planning to move during my stream, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to cancel my stream because of you, and I'm frustrated by that. And she was like, I insisted that, or like I was so trying, I absolutely planned to not do it during your stream. And I'm like, the plan is literally to do it during my stream time. I have streamed on Tuesday afternoons literally for 2 years. You know this. And then she was like, I paid so much attention, I just made a mistake. It's like, if you paid attention, you would have read your lease and stuff. So, and she also called it a small mistake, and I was like, no, this is a big fucking mistake, because if we had another tenant coming in, this would be a problem, and you might have made someone else homeless for a night, right? Like, it's not okay. It's a huge problem. You're just really lucky I don't have another tenant lined up yet. And yes, I agree, Bankless. I super don't want to dox her. That's not the point. But yeah, so I didn't respond to the, oh no, my feelings. Oh, sorry, I forgot the most annoying part. She also said, like, I don't just take your actions at face value. I always try to consider your motivations, blah, blah, blah. And I can't believe that you would assume that I wouldn't clean up, and leave you with a mess to deal with. I wouldn't do that. We all know that she did at this point. And yeah, I was like, I could have responded, but it's just not fucking worth it, because nothing's gonna get better. It would just be a fight. But yeah, I was just like, you have consistently failed to follow through. You have consistently done the selfish, unhelpful thing. How do you seriously think it's unreasonable for me to think that you wouldn't clean up after yourself without explicitly being told to? And she still didn't. So that was super annoying, but whatever. I didn't respond. And then after that, like, I could share you the screenshot that I took that doesn't have her name. But all right, here I'm scrolling. This is the start of the message. And it just keeps going, and it 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 keeps going. That's how long of a message she sent me after I didn't respond. And she's freaking out and saying, like I'm so worried that my worst fear has come true, and you just don't care about me, and I didn't realize that you weren't gonna be upset that I'm moving out because I'm sad that I'm moving out, and like all of that, like just assuming that we're still best buddies. And like to be fair, in the first 6 months I was like, okay, your family has completely ditched you for Christmas. Come on into my little family here. We'll do Christmas together. Like, when I thought there was a chance of things going well, we were very friendly, and like that was fine. So there was a point where that was true, but it has been 6 months since that was true. and like when I was her age, I had undiagnosed ADHD and undiagnosed anxiety and like the worst rejection sensitivity ever. And I 100% lost friends because I couldn't let things go and I was being weird about it and whatever. You have to live with that. You have to live with that. Is that everyone has a breaking point and you fucked up and you have to live with that. I don't want to be your friend anymore. It's the period, point blank. I'm not friends with you anymore. Go away, get out of my house. So yeah, I was just like, why the fuck would I be sad that you're leaving? But whatever. I also didn't respond to that, and she went out to do something, and she came home, and I was sitting in the living room, and I was like, oh god, she's gonna try and talk to me. And she comes around the corner, and she just looks at me. She just stands there looking at me, so I just look over at her like, what? And because I made eye contact and didn't ignore that she existed completely, she decided that everything was totally fine between us. And she's like, oh, thank God. Thank you for not being like my father and everybody before me. Or before you or whatever. Like, it was just insane. That was it. Literally, I made eye contact and that was it for her to decide that everything was fine. And that was like 2 days ago. So I think we're mostly caught up on things. Yes, so much guilt trip. Absolutely. Yeah, it was literally like, your message triggered me because so many people have abandoned me in my life and blah, blah, blah. And I don't want you to be another one. And it's just fucking exhausting. Like, just exhausting. I do not have the energy for this shit. I have other things I need to do in my life. So yeah, I think we're all caught up now, pretty much. There's definitely things that I left out, but like just absolutely insane and divorced from reality, and I can't believe I went through that for a year. And yeah, I didn't want to talk about any of this while she was here because I have no idea how much she can hear because I talk pretty loud when I'm streaming because, sorry, that was actually too loud. But yeah, I talk pretty loud when I'm streaming because that's the volume I need to talk at for you guys to hear me without me cranking my microphone way the fuck up and you guys hearing a shitload of background noise. Also, by the way, I finally got more acoustic panels up, so if I doubt that you guys can tell, but it is like it is quieter and more muffled in here, and it's very nice. So I'm excited about that, but that's an extremely recent development. So yeah, I don't know, any questions? That's basically what I went through. That's why I didn't talk about it this whole time. I was talking about it with a group of friends on Discord, and if I hadn't had that, I would have lost my fucking mind. I needed a place, like an outlet, to get all of the rage and frustration out, and a couple of my friends were like sitting there with popcorn, and like, which I respect, because I also love drama when I'm not involved in it, and they were just kind of glad that I was responding with frustration and get the fuck out of my house instead of just like shutting down from the stress, and I completely get that. One of my friends said that yesterday and then was like, oh god, I hope I didn't hurt your feelings saying that. And I'm like, girl, you're good. I get it and I agree. So yeah, that is my experience with the roommate, and I am super reluctant to look for another one right now. I've still got the one that's going just fine, because he's just a fucking adult who has his shit together. So there's that. But yeah, it's just fucking wild, and I'm so glad it's over. Unfortunately, the room still smells like her armpit, and I'm upset about it. But I have ordered unscented Febreze because I have a super sensitive nose and I hate scented sprays. I just fucking hate it. So whatever. I have that coming on Friday. So that'll help. But yeah, so I have a bunch of cleaning to do and I'm frustrated about that, and I don't feel like I'm totally free from it yet, but like it is over and I am so glad. And yeah, like ultimately when I asked her to move out, I was basically just like, we're just not compatible. You're not happy here. I'm not happy with you here. Whatever. And she agreed with me. And I don't know how much she actually agreed with me, but in the moment she agreed with me. And yeah, it's just wild, and I am taking bets on how long it takes her new roommates to kick her out. There's 3 girls her age, and I do think it's better for her to be around people her age, because then it doesn't feel like she's being punished by a parent if they bring something up, I guess. But, like, it's not gonna go well, because she didn't learn fucking anything. So yeah, taking bets on that. We'll see. Unfortunately, she still has a key, which I hate, and she thinks that she's gonna be allowed to come visit to see the cats and stuff, and that ain't happening. Fuck no. I'm tempted to change the locks even when she brings the key back, because what if she makes a copy? I do not want this person to have access to my house. Right? So anyway, now I will read your message, Elaine, and yeah, both of your messages. So this sounds like 20 years of issues between my sister condensed into a single year, and there we had the motivation of being family to make things work. Yes. Yeah, it does feel like 20 years worth of drama in a year. That is super accurate. So yeah. And you also say, unfortunately, it seems like she's not really able to be on her own, but doesn't have good supports. Some of the stuff, the initiating issue is tough, like being both neurodivergent with clashing needs, but you just have to work out some sort of compromise, find a quieter stim to tide you over for when you can't sing, things like that. And yeah, she really doesn't seem stable enough. Rekeying seems like a good idea. Yeah, like partly, like I'm like, whenever she asks to come back, I'm just gonna be like, no, I do not want you to come into my house, and I, like, am a little worried that she'll have an extra key and come steal my cat. Kind of thing, right? She's not stable. And yeah, like it is difficult to cohabitate with people when you have clashing needs, but, like, it is possible to compromise, and the whole time that's all I was trying to do. I was never... Okay, not never, but 99% of the time I was not trying to say my way or the highway. You just flat out can't do it. It was just, let's do this in a different way. The only time I was ever flat out, you can't do this, was when she was fucking my shit up. Because, like, I ruined pans and broke stuff and whatever when I was 21, but I also was using dollar store shit that I bought, not a grown, established person's nice stuff. So, honestly, you'd call the locksmith tomorrow, don't wait for her to bring the key back, get it done right away. Yeah, I'm tempted. I just don't want to fucking pay for it. I don't have the money to rekey my, yeah. That's true, though. Rekeying it would be easier than just, than changing the locks. I don't know how much they'd charge for rekeying. I should call someone. But yeah, I don't want to have to pay for that, but it does seem worth it to do it, because this has been a wild experience, and, like, I am extremely glad that my ex doesn't know where I live, but she does. and like, she's also just, like, extremely lazy. Like she literally, she got fired from 2 jobs while she lived here. And one of them, basically, she just, like, called in sick at least once a week, and I straight up told her, like, they're gonna fire you if you keep taking time off work. You just started there. And lo and behold, right? So yeah, like, I don't even think she has the energy or motivation to go out and copy the key, but at the same time, it's not worth the risk, right? So, Elaine, you boiled dry a pan your brother had got, and it was definitely ruined, but by the time you were telling him you'd done it, the replacement was on order from Amazon. Exactly. And there are 2 fleece blankets that just stink to high heaven now because she forgot them in the washing machine for days, and they were my blankets. And she was supposed to take them with her and replace them, but of course she didn't because she got fucking fired. And she absolutely didn't get out of here yesterday until about 7 o'clock, so she owes me $100 and said she'd send it to me, but I am not holding out hope for that. And the unfortunate thing is that I am essentially the property manager, but unfortunately my dad is the one in charge of the money and stuff. So I don't think that he's going to give me any of that security deposit, even though I will be the one doing all of the work to fix the things and clean the things. And it's also a very small security deposit, so I don't think she's getting any of it back, but we'll see. yeah, like I'm not gonna be an asshole about it, but like I'm gonna shampoo that carpet. It smells like fucking armpit in there. And I am very tempted to hire a professional cleaner as well. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, it's been a fucking ride, and I have wanted to tell you guys about it, but I have also not wanted to start a war because I was telling the internet about how awful she is. So yeah, I think that's most of the tea. Probably not literally all of it, but that's the tea. And I don't even know how long have I been talking for an hour? Because I think maybe at least half an hour. So it feels good to get it out, I suppose. But yeah, that's a really scarring experience to have for the first probably 30 minutes. Okay, I didn't even look at the time at the start. But yeah, it's a really, really scarring experience to have as the first person you let into your home as a tenant. So I mean, the other roommate's fine. So like it's fine. And we probably will get another roommate at some point, because the alternative is like raising the rent, I guess. I don't know. We'd have to talk to my parents. Frankly, I don't feel like I should pay more because I put up with a lot of shit acting as property manager. And like some of it was just related to the place too, because that's what I've been doing, is taking care of the place. So whatever. But anyway, that's why I'm like, I don't want another roommate. And I do not know if I will ever see new blankets or money or whatever. But I don't care, ultimately, because she's gone, and that's what I needed to happen, was to not have her in my life anymore. There's still that little tiny thread that feels very similar to not being legally divorced from my ex until this past February. But yeah, I'll rekey the locks. I might even say, don't fucking bother, don't ever come here again, and then block her if I rekey the locks. We'll see. We'll see. She left yesterday. It's still a blur. I had a sobbing breakdown after she left because I went and looked at everything that was like that I still have to deal with now, and it felt like after my ex stormed out and I just like couldn't handle it and I needed to have a breakdown. But it's also just the built up emotions of having to deal with this, right? So I sobbed for 10 minutes and then I was all right, and I made myself a drink and had supper and watched the season finale of season 1 of Ted Lasso, which, by the way, finally watching it, very good, very heartfelt, fills my heart with love every time I watch it. So that was definitely the right choice for things to watch yesterday. But yeah, it's been a lot. And I'm finally free, and we are celebrating that. And I feel like I will properly celebrate that when it doesn't stink anymore. And like, I hate how sensitive my nose is because nobody else can even like smell it outside of her room. But I fucking can. So it sucks that it wouldn't be a problem if I didn't have that, but like I do. So you need to work around that. I also just wish that our rooms had been farther apart because that would have made the issue less bad. But yeah, don't ever give a terrible person in your house a fan is the lesson that I learned. I was very tempted to take it back, but I was like, oh, but that's gonna cause some real fucking problems. So yeah. And yeah, like, again, I ruined stuff and lost friends at her age. I was never as delusional and terrible as she was, but, like, yeah, you live with the consequences of that, and I don't want to be anywhere near you anymore, and that's because of you and your actions, and you have to deal with it. Because, yeah, it is very much fuck around and find out, girl. So, Elaine, scent is one of your sensory triggers, too. Yeah, like most of the time sounds are fine, but the hours of singing made me want to put a screwdriver in my ear. But yeah, for me, scent is like one of the biggest things, and I will feel nauseous, and like it was in my bedroom and I couldn't sleep. Like it was awful. So yeah, I wish that wasn't a rage I can't handle this trigger for me, but it is, and so I have to work around that. Elaine, you're just hoping the numbers of flies are down enough for you to leave your bedroom tomorrow without your skin crawling. I'm so sorry. Because, yeah, I would 100% feel the same. I'm glad that you at least have a space that you can go where it's not like that. But, yeah, I really hope that they fuck off and die. Because that's awful and it sucks. But, yeah, I'm glad that it won't be getting worse and that you have a space. So it's something, but it's not enough long term, but it's something for now. I need a bunch of water now. I have gotten so blonde at this point. Like, it's so faded, and I don't hate it at all, because ultimately, like, I ended up doing the red because I was doing Miss Frizzle, but initially I wanted to go blonde because I've never gone blonde before. It's like the one color I haven't done. Blonde and green are the only colors I haven't really done. So, like, it's interesting getting to that actual kind of strawberry blonde that I was hoping for in the beginning. But I also have the world's worst roots, and my ends are still significantly more red than the top because here up was virgin hair, and everything down had been dyed red at some point before. Multiple times. So it's not terrible, and I guess the idea right now is yeah, red on top, orange on the bottom next time I dye it, and then I'll go stick with the blonde after that. Or oh right, yeah, sorry, I do have a plan for this. So after that fades out, I'm gonna do pink tips. I'm gonna go full Spider-Gwen. And it is the season for blonde, Jester. You are correct, and that is also why I wanted to do it now specifically. Elaine, do I remember The Sims 2 with death by flies, that how it makes you feel, even if we've halved the number of flies since yesterday? Yeah, like I'm glad that whatever methods you're using are effective, but also, yes, I do. I played so much fucking Sims 2, like, so much. I have my giant expansion pack boxes over there. I can't bring myself to get rid of, I can't get rid of them. I can't do it. I'm tempted to go grab them, but that's a pain in the ass. And I haven't seen the Barbie movie yet, Jester. We're still trying to, we're trying to coordinate 5 people to go see it, and also every show keeps being sold out. I want to see it so bad. I want to go to Barbie. But yeah, I think we've settled on going to the sensory friendly version, because the theater that we go to, that again, I actually really love this theater, props to them. But yeah, they have a sensory friendly showing where the volume is lower and they leave the lights on, basically. I'm sure they dim them a little bit, but yeah, that's the deal. And the reason we have to do that is because we really want to go with this one friend of ours that is recovering from a really bad concussion, or like it seems like it was quite bad. I think it was probably roughly as bad as the concussion I had in 2019, which was bad. Like I was genuinely out of commission for a month. And then after that, like I didn't feel normal again for a year. But the problem for her is that she just kept going to work like normal for like 3 weeks before being like, okay, this is getting worse and I can't do this. So she's struggling and recovering. So we'll probably go to that and hopefully whatever. But yeah, poor girl. But also, why did you go to work like everything was normal? You had a concussion, girl. So yeah, she was wearing sunglasses around and just not doing anything stimulating for a while. And honestly, the you can't even read a book phase is by far the worst part of having a concussion. I was dying of boredom and everything hurt. Like doing anything hurt my brain. Anyway, so did I see the fit that our WNJ, which right wing something, threw about the Barbie movie and Ben Shapiro? You think, yes, I have seen so many things dunking on Ben Shapiro for like, why do you care so much about Barbie? Oh, right. Because he outright states it at one point in the video that is like, oh, this woman that has a deeper voice than me, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, so this is little Betty's insecurities then. Jester, you've seen a lot of right-wing anti-Barbie stuff because women's rights hiss, patriarchy hiss. Yeah. We're not surprised, honestly. To me, that is a positive review. I'm like, oh, if you hate it, I'm gonna fucking love it. if you hate it this much. Although everything's a culture war these days, and I just, oh god, I hate it so much. But Eleni brought hundreds of dollars of Barbie stuff and burned it during like an hour-long ranting review. Right-wing nut job. Yeah, okay. Good old Benny Shaps. People come up with like really dumb versions of his name that make me giggle, and I'm trying to think of one, but I've definitely seen Shabubu, which I enjoy. But yeah, like, you guys suck at boycott so hard. You're giving people money and then burning it. Like, you still financially supported the thing you're supposedly really upset about, dude. You still went to the theater on opening night. You contributed to how well this movie is doing. Shen Bapiro. Astro Generation. Yes. Yeah, anyway. Jester, how much of the roommate rant were you here for? Because that was a whole thing. But anyway. Do we want to get back to WoW? Where are we at? But yeah, the people whose opinions I care about have really liked the movie. People keep going to see it multiple times. And the people whose opinions I think are garbage think it's awful. So it must be wonderful. Garbage, you feel like you missed all the fun. You missed a lot of tea spilling. Welcome here. The VOD might be worth it for this one, because there was a half-hour long dramatic tale of the last year of dealing with the hell roommate that finally left yesterday. So yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a ride. You helped Tiger with PvP. Cool. That's fun. I hate PvP, so I'm glad you didn't try to drag me into that. Banquos, if he wasn't building a right-wing cultural institution that pays people like Matt Walsh to be toxic slime, I'd say that he's worth ignoring. I know. Also, Matt Walsh is like one of the biggest pieces of shit ever. Fuck Matt Walsh. I will say that proudly on the internet. Fuck Matt Walsh. He's not the only one that I feel that way about, but that guy is a real piece of shit. Yeah. But yeah, we can't completely ignore them because... Yeah, and in fairness, I don't know how much it helps, but dunking on them is pretty fun, especially when, like, it's really easy to debunk everything that they're saying because it's fucking nonsense anyway. Garbage Gamer, oh good, something to watch while eating dinner. Yeah! Jester helping her get over the anxiety of dying PvP brings. Poo Monster Run? What is Poo Monster Run? But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I did get drunk and talk about my ex-husband for a while, like when I started streaming. So I don't know if the roommate thing was the most dramatic tale I've told on this channel, but it's up there. Yes, so I don't super duper need a break, but I do super duper need more water. So I'm gonna quickly run and get more water. Jester, I still have 3 heroics to run if you are kicking around and want to do something. If not, I have tons of things that I can do, so no worries. Lily has her tiny adorable little paw over her tiny adorable little face, and I really hope she doesn't get up when I get up. But yeah, I will be right back. Nelgar, you are right. I have been talking a lot, even for me. But yeah, I also just remembered a relevant point about the roommate too. Like, not remembered, but realized I hadn't explicitly stated it. Because I was just thinking to myself that it's nice that I can be super lazy and not close the bathroom door when I pee. Again, because nobody's home. And the point there is that, well, right, I was on face cam. The point there is that she never fucking left. I think I could count on my hands how many evenings I had to myself. And even when she was working, she was only working half days in the morning and then, you know, taking at least one day a week off. She was always fucking here, you guys. Always. I could not get away. But Garbage Gamer, it's super fun to dunk on people like Ben Shapiro because the holes in their logic is so damn wide you can park a freaking semi in it. Yeah. Very much so. Because, yeah, they start with a complete nonsense premise and then get mad about it. And that's their whole shtick. They have 2 jokes and one nonsense shtick. That's it. Jester, oh my god, I asked you to make my life easier all on my own too. Why do you act like you have to force me to group with you? But yeah, the women you've lived with worked 1,000 times harder than the men, but the men were just subhuman. You miss roommates. I mean, this one was a woman. So it's not always good. Because currently I have a male roommate and I had the female roommate, and the male roommate's fine. He's great. No beef. I mean, there's some, like, annoyance because sometimes I take several days to get to the dishes and I feel like an asshole, and he's like, the dishes are still here, but that's about it. And that's fine. Anyway, sorry, distracted by a Discord message. Why do you miss roommates, Jester, though? Like, why? I lived on my own for 1.5 years, and it was fucking great most of the time. Like, in fairness, I did, like, miss watching things with people. I don't miss watching things with her because she would literally never stop talking. Sometimes she would literally come down the stairs and just start talking at me while I was watching something. Wouldn't ask me to pause it. Wouldn't say, hey, do you have a minute? She would just start fucking talking at me. Ugh. Anyway. Or she would, like, comment on the social issues inherent in the thing that I'm watching. And I'm like, shut up and just let me watch my fucking show. Me and Sid and even Jelly are like, I'm gonna walk into WoW all by myself. I mean, yeah, I don't mind playing WoW as a solo game, but I also, like, never reject your party invites, so shut up. And you don't want to be all by yourself, because the house has sounds that aren't from rats and random environmental woes. Fair. I mean, fair. Like, the one definite absolute problem with living alone, was that, end of 2020, no, I think that was the end of 2022. Yeah, so December and January 2022 and 2023, there was, like, another COVID surge or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But basically, I didn't speak to another human face to face for like 2 months, and it was the worst. Like at least during 2020, I still had my ex and shit, and that wasn't good, but like at least it was human interaction, you know? And when you're like comparing those two things, you know, the isolation is bad. Elaine, you never understood girls who needed to travel in groups at all times, like even to the restroom, but then what do you know, you're autistic. I mean, that's fair. Like, I get, in a lot of situations, I get going to the bathroom together because it's like either a safety thing or a chance to go like, oh my god, did you see what that fucking guy did? But yeah, like, I've never been a bathroom pack girl either. And again, who knows, I'm ADHD. I love talking at people. But, like, I don't know, I'm fine just chilling on my own. I love going to movies by myself. The only reason I haven't gone to see Barbie by myself is that my boyfriend would be sad. So that's the whole reason. I love taking myself on dates. It's fucking great. I played Guild Wars 2 like a solo game. It was great. Jester, you can live alone just fine, but IRL, you're kind of a healer too, so it's like playing WoW as a healer alone. So, yeah, and playing WoW as a healer solo is pretty rough. So whatever reason, girls will take you to the bathroom and not mute while on the phone, and you're like, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? Jeez, you have the weirdest fucking friends, Jester. I have taken a phone call while peeing, like, a very small amount of times, and I mute myself, and it's only because I literally had to. I earn the right to hear your farts. I mean, I guess they trust you, and that's nice, but also, dear God, stop. I don't want that from I don't want that from any friend. I don't give a shit about gender. But yeah, that's a little too much intimacy. Underwear shopping also super fucking boring. Can confirm. Also, I mean, I find most shopping in person to be ultra boring, so I do 90% of my shopping online. So yeah, yeah. I don't know. You get dragged around for a lot of shit. That's kind of weird. But yes, let's go back into the game because we can. That doesn't mean we have to stop talking about any of this. I am not in full on spill the tea mode anymore. I'm gonna call you on Discord now. Don't ask where I'm calling from. But I should have made a cup of tea just to be a snarky asshole. Chester says, so, well, like, your IRL friend and you are flying to Florida tomorrow, and she has a butt, like, actually, but, like, my brothers are like, you're not dating that? I mean, if you don't want to, if that's not the relationship you have, like, I get it, but also, like, people can just be fucking friends with people of the opposite gender. Platonic relationships are ultimately more important in your life than romantic relationships because usually you're only going to have one romantic relationship at a time, usually. I mean, I'm poly, so, yeah. But usually, and you're going to have a lot more friends than that, hopefully, as a support network, even if they're online friends. So, like, we need more than one person in our lives. And it's okay to be just friends with people, even if they're attractive. Elaine, you're answering the phone. Answering the phone in the bathroom is for an urgent callback you've been waiting for. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. That's the only time is when it's like I can't return this phone call, or it's super important that I answered this on the first try, right? Or someone's called you 6 times and it's clearly an emergency. You're like, platonic relationships cross sex are like social conflict for everyone outside of it. Yeah, like, it just, I don't know. It just stop assuming that people can't be friends without ulterior motives. It sucks. Stop it. Vol'jin? What? Apprentice Shadowhunter? How did I miss this? Obi-Wan, thank you for the hydrate. I need it today. Jester, do you want to run heroics or not? If you don't, that's fine. Just tell me. I was practicing me magic and suddenly I found myself here. Next thing I know, me mojo had run off. I can't have gone far. Would you look for it? I think I need a drink. That was not a good accent, but I didn't want to try and do like a full Jamaican accent because that seems offensive. Especially since I wouldn't be good at it. Some days ago, you got to replace Chromie as a quest giver. Ooh, that sounds fun. Compose yourself. All right, let's find Vol'jin's mojo and help Peggy compose himself before talking to Tempo. Is this Peggy? No, this is the mojo. Okay, I will do this first. I will do this first. So yeah, how's everybody else's day going? The drama. Like, honestly, sometimes my life is just fucking wild. Obi-Wan, you got KSM last night. Congratulations! I know that is a Mythic Plus achievement, like, that is equivalent to AOTC, but I don't know what it stands for. I'm gonna be honest. Banquist, you literally had someone call you for a job interview early during your pre-interview poop, and you had to be like, can you give me 10 minutes? I respect that. I respect that. It happens, but that sucks. Keystone Master. Okay. Three of you telling me thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, Jester's booting up. All right, we'll run some real lazy heroics to upgrade a thing that I barely need to upgrade. That's the vibe. Elaine, you haven't played in 2 years and you knew that. Well, I just never bothered to look it up. Like, look, let's be honest, you guys. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. So, like, I didn't care that much. Like, I have a feeling I know what the requirements are, but, like, do. Put that thing back where it came from. See, like, I don't even know where it is. Where is it? Where are you at? Why am I not just searching it? Okay, well, obviously not that. Which one is this even from? Whatever. Oh, right, it would be a meta one, right? Never mind. Okay. Ooh. Oh god. Whatever. See, I don't even see, this is the thing. I don't know where it is, and I don't know what I'm looking for, and so I never looked it up. Oh, it's a feat of strength. You can't find it there. Okay, that makes sense. I should have known that. Thank you for your extremely helpful answers, Jester. And yeah, if it is a feat of strength, then yeah, it wouldn't show up until you get it. It's got a score of 2,000 in Mythic Plus. I mean, okay, like, maybe I could get that. Like, I'm doing a lot better this season than I did last season, but, like, I don't know, man. I guess I should do Brackenhide Hollow this week because I did get a key for it. Where the fuck's my key? Key. Oh, how did I not learn that? Sweet. Keystone. I hit sort bags yesterday, so that's my problem. So yeah, I have a 16 Brackenhide Hollow. We should do that this week. I could do it, but that's so much work. Okay, it's 13 or 14 for every dungeon. I mean, okay. All right. Sorry, I had the whisper window open. So, yeah, okay. And right, so yeah, it is per season, which definitely makes sense for it to be a feat of strength then. 2,500 is 17 or 18. Okay. So, like the thing is, I'd be open to getting it and all, but I do feel like to get it, someone has to drag me through it. I need someone to go poke, 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 poke. Do the thing. Do it with me, kind of thing. So, Toby or not Toby. Oh, I didn't read that. I want to read all of Peggy's stuff because it's adorable. I spent the last hour trying to come up with more time slime rhymes. Whoa, that's another one. Yeah, I mean, of course you could pug it, but I don't want to. Well, and I mean, like, I'm fine with pugs as long as there's, like, one other person in the group I know, but... Obi-Wan, you switched guilds and now you actually enjoy running keys again. Oh, yay, that's so good. I don't want to, like, and I don't have to get it. I don't want to leave my guild because I love all of the people in my guild, but, like, it's really dead right now. Like, they run Mythics sometimes, but they'll be the only 5 people online, and then there's me, kind of thing. And so, I don't know, I just miss out on the calls for it or whatever. But yeah, I love my guild, I love doing content with my guild, but, like, they're not raiding right now, they're not really consistently doing Mythics, so it's rough. Yeah, definitely oof. Cause yeah, they're great people, but I think a lot of them are playing Final Fantasy now. So... yeah, there's technically hopes to start raiding again this year, but it's kind of feeling like it's not going to happen now, so that's a bit of a bummer. Jester, you grinded Uldum 11's power geared, then blam. Yeah, like, to be fair, I am gearing really well really quickly. I like, as soon as I replace these boots and chest, I think I'll be in a pretty good place. Although I will have to wait until next week if I get a chest that isn't tier to turn it into tier, because I don't want to break my set, obviously. So yeah, but like I'm cool. with pushing Keystone Master this season. I definitely didn't last season. So, Obi, your old guild had a clique like that, and if they invited you, it was treated like they were doing you the biggest favor and you were lucky to be there. It was toxic as hell. Yeah, super toxic. Like, I think with my guild, it's more like they've known each other forever, and like I actually know a couple of them fairly well too, but I'm just like not around when they plan stuff or when they show up, and like I don't even know if they know how active I've been, right? Like I haven't talked to them. I haven't tried to get in on it, but they also have like a full group. So I don't know. I don't think that they would be smug and shitty about it, but also I don't really know how to get my foot in the door there. And also I mostly play in the middle of the day when everybody's working, so that is also a significant part of the issue. And that's on me, and I can't be mad at them for that. So whatever, it's fine. But yes, I have definitely been in guilds like that before, and there was Nulgar knows about one of the guilds, because yeah, we had a community online, and then they decided to make a guild, and the people that were in charge ended up turning it into a garbage fire, and there was a whole bunch of drama when I left. And it wasn't just me that left. It was a thing. There was a reason for it. That's a different tea spilling time story. Which actually I think I might have mentioned on the stream before, but I don't know. I mean, Nulgar, you know at least a little bit about OTQ, right? I think you do. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, you were never in OTQ because you're on EU servers, right? So, you weren't, like, directly in the drama, but I thought you were at least a little bit adjacent, but I guess none of it actually ended up coming up in the queue that much anyway, so. Jester, if only I knew a bunch of people who played WoW during the day. What? Where the fuck do you think this came from, dum-dum? I'm doing it with you. Shut up. No, OTQ drama. Rings a small bell in the back of your head, maybe. Yeah, whatever. We made a Q guild. Cloud and Reese they got power hungry, and it was bad. And it got super cliquey, and it was just, yeah, it was a lot. And basically they intentionally excluded a bunch of people, and I got pissed about it, and all of us that were excluded were like, all right, fuck you. So yeah, that is ultimately what it comes down to. There was a lot of other stuff, so I do have Obi on B-Tag, but I don't know what Obi is up to. What are we, do you want to do something, Obi? Actually, do I? I'm pretty sure I do have you. Maybe? Obi, have we added each other? We might not have. Yeah, I think Tiger is the only person that I have on right now, so. Whoops. You're working some stream things, but thank you. Yeah, exactly. I'm not expecting you to join right now. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Jester's being a dum-dum. We're definitely both in the community thing, I think. But yeah, I don't think we've added each other. I think I'm like 90% sure I have Jelly, and she's just not on the same time as me a lot. Yeah, you're too short, but you're also riding a dragon, so maybe get out of the river, dumbass. Whatever. Let's just queue for the heroics and upgrade this stupid necklace that I'm gonna replace immediately. Oh yeah, that's right. I also need a new necklace. So those are the 3 things that are still veteran. Everything else is at least champion. We're doing good. We're getting there. But don't you dare tell me that I'm not running mythics with you guys, because I am. Oh, Jester. Just being obstinate and then getting yelled at. It's your whole thing. Do you have a humiliation kink, Jester? Is that what this is? Anyway, Peggy is trying to rhyme with slime, and slime dies when you're having fun. The investigators here told me that there were some side effects to removing the time anomaly from Eon's Fringe. Seems a bunch of slime snuck through the time stream in the process. Oh, time slimes! They're time slimes! Ha! Anyway, could you take some of them out? I mean, sure. I don't know why Peggy's asking me to do that, but alright. Grime lies when you're killing slimes. That doesn't quite work, but alright. Did you see that? Some of the slimes are leaving little piles of grime behind. Melly makes stuff out of all kinds of things. You think she could use the grime to help out Tempo? I bet she could. Sure. If Omi was around when stood her chance for beating your face in for use of the word female. I mean, again, Jester, we've given you a very easy solution to that problem. You just intentionally make your life difficult. And then you make people yell at you. Oh good, Brackenhide Hollow, my fave. Yeah, I don't want to do this on Mythic Plus. I'll do it, but I don't want to. I don't have to be happy about it. Hello. Alright. Thank you, other person, for buffing so that I remember I have a buff that I should use. I'm so bad for realizing halfway through a dungeon that I haven't given everybody Battle Shout. Oh, come on! You're not gonna let me hit everybody without... Oh, for fuck's sakes, with the stupid fucking spinnies that I can't stand in. Ugh. Okay, I guess I'll just do nothing then. Cool. Awesome. Brackenhide's not that bad. Okay. Oh, yeah, you guys both said it's not too bad. Obi, you heard the cue bop and you're like, wait, I'm not playing, and my brain broke a bit. Yeah. I also do the same when I hear other people's wow noises. I'm like, conditioned by it. 12 years of Pavlovian training, you know? It's just rough on Tyrannical. Fair enough. What are we even at this week? Spiteful, Tyrannical, Incorporeal. Okay, so this is a terrible week to do Brackenhide then, so thank you, Keymaster, for giving me Brackenhide. I don't want to put that on anyone. Can I? Okay, I've got Withering, not the thingy. Alright. Oh, right, okay. So, I forget which one is which sometimes, so, but it's nice that the game is like, here it is. That's what it is. You're welcome. Jester is opening the cage. The tank is like, someone else will get it. I want to get through this shit. And the other DPS is just pulling a ton of shit. Because why not, I guess. Are we... Oh, good. Hey, don't you fucking drop that shit on me. There have been people that have intentionally spread the poison thing in this dungeon before, and I want them to suffer forever. To be fair, as a tank, your job is to pull. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm fine with that. I just think it's kind of funny that the not tank is also pulling a ton of stuff, and yeah, it isn't your job to open the cage, but a lot of tanks do. Rot changing totem. Might as well get the thing, get it killed. I know that mechanics don't matter that much right now because it's a heroic and we're all overgeared, but still, I'm gonna close this because I literally don't give a shit about damage meters in a heroic. So, okay, someone's getting it. I just think it's funny that the tank is like on the next thing by the time the cage opens. And there we go. Heroic Leap is my favorite thing. I love it. Bouncy, bouncy warrior. I should get the thing that gives me a second stack, but I don't know how much that would fuck up my talent tree. Elaine says, wow, combat looks so strange to you now. Tanks move too much and stuff like that. Interesting. I didn't realize that, like, being more stationary was a thing for tanks in Final Fantasy. Markers being different definitely makes sense. I didn't. Was I just? Yeah. Okay. I was larger than usual because of Odin's Fury. I was very confused about why I got smaller. I was like, does withering make you small? No, it doesn't. Okay, alright, sweet. But yeah, we're doing all of this literally just to get the last upgrade on that necklace, and it's very silly, but why not? I might as well max it out. It will be the next thing I replace immediately after I max it out. That is just how it works. Nulgar, you said, yeah, it's due to M+. At some point it becomes easier to kite than to soak from the melee damage. Well, I mean, fair, but also we're not in Mythicals. Linza's melee jobs have positional attacks, so the tank's job is to stay still so they can move to the rear or flanks for the right attacks. Okay, fair enough. And Elgar, oh, but that appears to be a heroic, but yeah, too many people bring Mythic Plus tactics into casual content. I mean, yeah, especially when we're just cruising through for the gear quest or whatever. But yeah, and I mean, in fairness, with a lot of bosses, and particularly raid bosses, the tanks do regularly stand fairly still, and their job is to point the boss away from the DPS. So that is definitely still a thing in WoW, but yeah, like in dungeons, it's much less of a thing than it used to be. Okay, well, I assume that we're just going to run to the end of this then, which I've seen people do before, so I'm not even gonna hit things. I'm just gonna go. Oh, we're not going to the end. We're doing here? Okay, cool. Cool with that. That's fine. No worries. Let's get it down. Although, you know, the evoker seems to not care. I hate fleeing mobs. They're so annoying. Get back here, you stupid shaper. Yeet. I do like that I have a throw. Okay. The chatbot's working, but I guess Stream Elements chatbot isn't part of the plugin for OBS, so that's why that one part is working. I don't want to have to fix Stream Elements, you guys. I want to have to uninstall and reinstall it again. I will, but also, Obi, I did notice you lurked. Thanks for that. You're probably not still around, but yeah. I should probably try and make an interesting command for lurk, but I don't even know what we would... What's funny and also related to the channel? I don't know. Something about hanging out with a cat? I don't tell us, tell those things. I mean, I don't think Elaine has any problem telling a tank to do their job. Oh, no, there is no command for it right now, Nulgar. I'm just saying that we should make one, but I don't know what I would say if I did. It's like super easy to make a lurk command. It's not like it would be a problem. I know how. I'm sorry, tank. I wanted to move, and then it was too late to move. Why am I tanking? Oh, it's probably because my trinket does an absolutely fucking absurd amount of damage. Yes, we do have the horny jail bonk, which we hilariously needed to use yesterday. Like, honestly, that's gonna crack me up for a good while, I think. I found that very entertaining. Yeah, no OF. I like the reply after was like, where's the link? Why do you think I have one, man? What made you think that? Oh man, just very funny. So, like, I could be offended by it, but it was just stupid and therefore amusing. And also, I got to bonk someone. I don't get to bonk people very often. There are probably times where I could joke bonk people and it would be appropriate, but I rarely remember that I have a bonk. But yeah, I don't know. We should come up with something fun to say for the lurk command, because I don't know. I mean, so I've seen a lot of other streamers that don't have a command for it, and it's just a thing too that they acknowledge. But you know, either way. Elaine, you put a hilarious Joe-Cat guide to FF tanking in Discord. Do you think it should still be funny even if you don't? I mean, it's Joe-Cat, so yeah, it's probably funny. I've watched all of Joe-Cat's Monster Hunter guides because boyfriend likes Monster Hunter. Although I bought Monster Hunter World on the weekend because it was on sale and it's a thing that we can play together. Although less together than I thought because it won't let you do story missions together. It's a whole thing. It's dumb, but whatever. But yes, I am sure that it will still be entertaining. I shall have to watch that afterwards. Oh, somebody's skinning. I was gonna say it's definitely the hunter, and it is in fact the hunter, but you know, this is not a bad one for that. Lots of hyenas. Lots of hyenas for ya. Aw, my trinket's not off cooldown. Boo. Also, I don't know what to do, because now I have 2 on-use trinkets, and I can't use them both at the same time, and there's like a 3-minute cooldown. And then they're both ready again. So, like, I don't know which I should use. And also, is that a waste if I can't use both of them? And I don't know, because they're both very good, and they're the same level, and yeah. I don't know. Next time I should try using this one. Because I haven't yet, I don't think. And by next time, I mean on the next boss. I know that Whirlwind is not the most effective thing to spam, but also I don't care. There's just a lot of shit, so. Can we not all have poison garbage? Thanks. Stop it. See, are you, Jester, are you spreading that on purpose? How dare you? If they, I don't know, not very cool with that, man. I don't think that you are, but still, Jesus. I guess we could stun them, but yeah, I hate that you can't interrupt that. It's super annoying. This little section here is probably the worst part of this dungeon, at least on not Mythic, because I don't think I've ever done this one on Mythic, so yeah. I do like that the hunter has unicorns. Are we?
Reclaim everything. I will wither this world and eat it.
Oh boy. God, I love Odin's Fury. It's so good. Cause it puts a dot on people too. It's tasty. I don't want to pull those. If the tank, yeah, if we pull them, fine. I just don't want it to be my fault. Ow, Hunter's dying. Thanks, Jester, where are you? What are you doing? Jester! Jester, why? Jester, why? Ah, bad timing on that contagion. Can I don't want this. Oh, come on. Okay, at least fear me into a wall. That's fine. Ugh. Ah. Stop it! Stop doing that. So annoying. Okay, that was an extreme waste of a heroic leap, but it's fine. Because I'm sure that it will be recharged before I need it again. Okay, the fucking evoker's just chilling over here. Like, what are you guys doing? Decatriarch is still a very silly thing to call something, by the way, in my opinion. That's just my thought. Oh god. Oh god! What? Why? Is it following me specifically? Because, I just want to hit things! Why can't I hit things? Oh god, I don't want to pull shit. Ah! Help! Why is this following me? It's just, why did that's never happened? Why did that happen? That's never happened to me. Sure, whatever. I got a few more to go. Wise Jester is now the leader of your group. Oh no. Okay. Okay, bye. Sure. Oh man. Oh, hey baby. Baby's kind of awake. Yeah? Oh, bonk. We got a bonk. We got a bonk, folks. You went back to kill the elite you left up? I didn't notice it. Sorry. It wouldn't have followed us eventually? But either way, you could have told me that at least. In fairness, I also wasn't the one that was about to die, so maybe it's, like, I guess I'm fine. Half-time slime and a time slime. I do like the rhyming thing. it was targeting you. Oh. But like, if you told me about it, I would have come back and helped you. I didn't realize it was happening. Although maybe you assumed I did, so. Killer typing, not your forte. I mean, fair. This is the benefit to voice chat, although we don't have to do voice chat. So, especially because like we're doing heroics right now. I feel like with Mythics, it's definitely worth doing the voice chat, but you know, it doesn't really matter otherwise. I mean, usually. Okay, are you ready for another exercise in pain? Okay. Time grind. Oh, Nalgar is responding to the video. I was very confused for a second. Because I can see my Discord when I'm doing this. Usually. Sometimes I fuck up and don't have that one open, but yeah. Okay, well, what? What, Nalgar? What's that? Alright. I need another time grime. And then I need another time slime. Time slime. If you leave now, you can technically claim you went to bed before midnight. I mean, that's something. It's an accomplishment. You have 4 minutes. Go, go, go. Even though it's just turned off the PC before midnight. Yeah, I mean, fair. In fairness, turning off the computer is a big step towards going to bed. I will say, insofar. I think I didn't realize that it was almost 5. Good night, Nalgar. Have a wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow. Probably. If you're just raiding tomorrow, that's fine. Go to bed. Good night. I know we aren't in a queue. I asked you if you were ready for another exercise in pain, and you didn't say anything.
You have my ear.
You would think, but sometimes the phone is yeah, this is true. The phone is distracting, but so is the computer. So you're removing one distraction at least. I'm actually worse with my phone than the computer, though. It's bad, but that's mostly because my computer is stationary. So, I was gonna say something else, but I forget. I recorded the sounds of you killing the slimes for reference. I hope that's okay. Don't use it for reference. Use it for samples. I'm in. I like this little guy. He's great. Time grime. I'm on a roll here. Nice. I'll hand these off to Melly, along with my list of excellent slime rhymes. Poofs really immediately now. Go, 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 Nalgar. You can do it. I believe in you.
Follow protocol.
So Melly said, yes, my metronographer is more useful than ever. Now we just need someone to test it. ... Peggy points at you. While Peggy had you out killing slimes, I asked the investigators here how we can actually help. Seems quite a few of them are stuck in time anomalies. Luckily, I've just finished giving the metronographer a few temporal upgrades. It should now help the investigators get back in sync, but we need to test it out first. Looks like there's someone nearby who will do the trick. AKA B. You should get like 5 VRs and be a virtual puppet show of voice acting. I mean, like VRs as in little, like, VTuber things. Even, I mean, I guess you could do the PNG tuber thing. I like voice acting. I just don't know if I'm any good at it is the main issue. I do know a bunch of people that do like audio dramas and stuff, and I could probably get into it that way, and I just haven't talked to anyone about it, and it's a whole thing, and I need to do it because I want to do it, and then I keep not doing it. So yeah, I just do voices on stream. Like Beacon Pines or sock puppets, yeah. Puppets I can do. I can do puppets. Lizzo is technically a puppet, but I don't. I can't stick my hand in there in a way that like actually makes her mouth move without hurting my hand. So I don't know about Lizzo as an option there, but love you, baby girl. She's so cute. So cute. But yeah, Beacon Pines was great for the voice acting. I liked being the evil hyena. the smug evil hyena. It was a lot of fun. So I know you weren't around for that, Jester, but you know, still. Target wasn't in line of sight, which I guess is a better error to have than no path. Oh fuck, you guys, I picked up the Trial of Style quests yesterday and then I didn't do anything with it. I need to do Trial of Style. I haven't done it in so long, I feel vaguely intimidated, but I also remember it not being that difficult, or like, yeah, I don't know. It's sometimes hard to make decisions quickly. The TH is in the tank. Are we sure? I have a feeling the Demon Hunter is significantly more geared than the Paladin from the looks of it. Rip. I'll go back up to 2 DPS, I assume. Hi. They probably queued as both, I guess, and then didn't necessarily realize. Look at this baby. You can still do it. It's pretty easy. Do what? What? Trying to remember what I was just talking about. That's a me problem. I feel like I've been better recently at remembering what I was talking about when people reference something, but today I just lost it. Oh, Trial of Style, yeah. And yes, I have a whole week to do it. I'm just terrified that I'm going to continue forgetting to do it. Ah! Here, oh. Alright. I was like, come this way, don't go that far, but whatever, it's fine. He ended up right next to the door, so that works. Fucking demon hunters. Bastard. Just floating across the room. No, that's a Havoc DH, he's just blasting. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I also think that he's just aggressively overgeared. Oh, that's right, the Demon Hunter can't see party chat. I didn't realize that that was party chat. I always forget that party and instance chat are different because in Mythic Pluses, you're just in party chat, so. Grow wings. I would like to. See, this is the thing. I used to be able to use gliders in instances, and then people fucked it all up, like, using it to exploit things and get around stuff in Throne of Thunder back in Mists, and they disabled it, and I'm upset. I miss it, and I am sad. And it sucks. And I am 98% sure that my racial pterodax works the same way. So, yeah. It's upsetting because, like, I'm an engineer and I want it to have something be useful some of the time. And, yeah. And honestly, it's still very good to be able to glide around a lot of the time, but I haven't really used it that much in Dragonflight because we just got flight of a sort right off the bat, right? So, rip. Rip my dreams and usefulness as an engineer. I'm sad. But yeah, you 100% used to be able to use gliders in instances, and then people sucked, and now you can't. So, I'm still sad about it. B-reses are cool though. This is true. Except I don't have that. So is there a Dragonflight level B-res item, or is it just the army knife? Because I don't have that one on this character, but I do have a res one on my other character. Oh, okay, so there is a Dragonflight one. Okay, I didn't realize that there was a new one. My engineering is still 62. Because it's really fucking, it's painful to level up engineering in this expansion. Not that it isn't always, but it's like extra painful, this expansion, and it makes me want to cry. But yeah, I didn't realize that there was a new one, so I guess I gotta get on that, because that one I can definitely do. Yeah, so. Oh, okay. Sure. I mean, Jester did walk directly through this guy last time we did this dungeon, so maybe it was a good idea to pull it. But yeah, yeah, I guess I'll have to get that, and then that would be a lot of fun. And yeah, like there is always at least one useful thing in an expansion for engineering. It's just also usually incredibly difficult to get, and I only ever end up getting it like towards the end of the expansion, and then I am sad. Which, like, it hasn't always been true, but like the vast majority of the time that has been the case, which is a real bummer. So, yep. But yeah, it is funny that the Demon Hunters the chat earlier seemed like a direct response to party chat, but it wasn't. Oh, the Demon Hunter's just way ahead already. I was like, where is he? Do I need to turn around? But no, he's just already over here. That cape is never procced. No, it hasn't. In fairness, we're in a heroic and it hasn't needed to. Although, it did earlier when we were fighting the Lich King, and I died anyway, so. Elaine, you remember Shadowlands? You leveled your professions almost entirely through World Quests and Darkmoon Faire. Yeah, I keep forgetting Darkmoon Faire exists and not going to it. Otherwise I would be much farther. Are there World Quests in Dragonflight? Like, not that you would necessarily know this, Elaine, but I don't know if there are World Quests that help you level in Dragonflight. I would love if there were, but I don't think so. And there is a weekly quest, but it doesn't give you engineering skill, and the things that it asks you to make don't give skill either. And like making goggles feels like such a fucking waste because nobody's ever gonna use them. And certainly I won't, because they're immediately obsolete, and that's just a bummer. I have made the plate ones just for cosmetic reasons, of course, because I have a lot of transmogs where I have goggles on, and like my picture, my avatar in the queue and everything is Favelina's rendition of my troll with her goggles, which I love. It's actually up on the wall there too. I would point the camera at it, but we are in the middle of a dungeon, so if you'd like to see Favelina's art of my troll that I am also using digitally as an avatar in a few places after this dungeon, let me know and I'll point the camera at it. I really need to put more stuff up on the walls. I'm working on it. We have significantly more acoustic foam now, so that's going well. There's actually been progress there. I will point the camera at it, Jester. I said remind me after the dungeon, not right now. I don't want to get left behind, okay? Yeah, I know it's a dungeon, but I still don't want to get left behind. We are currently in the middle of running things, running around, and yeah, so I just didn't want to get left behind, alright? We're almost done it anyway. You can wait. And yeah, I guess I could have like bothered to open the damage meter again just to like laugh at how much fucking damage the Demon Hunter must be doing to be holding aggro 90% of the time, but it is mostly running. Yeah, yes, Neltharis is mostly running, and I do not wish to spend a bunch of time running after you guys. You see? I think that's fair. Don't you? I think that's fair. Wop. This poor paladin. I mean, like, if nobody's dying, it's fine, but I know that I don't love that shit when I'm tanking, so it happens. We're in a heroic. Everyone's max level is, well, yeah, they have to be for heroics, and you know, whatever. So, like, oh yeah, my guy has mid gear, which is probably because it's an alt or something, so like no judgment, it happens. I don't care. Holy shit, did you see how much damage my trinket just did? It just like literally took at least 10% of the guy's health in one hit. That trinket is OP. But yeah, I don't know what to do with the fact that I can't really use 2 on-use trinkets. That sucks, right? That sucks. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, All right, we've got adorable sleepy baby. Oh god, I'm gonna have to struggle to put it back. But yeah, Razaka with resting bitch face and goggles. That's the whole vibe. That's my troll. That's Fabelina's art. It's very good. I like it a lot. She was and or is technically in my guild actually, but she plays Alliance 99.9% of the time. Shows she was never actually on, and I don't even know if she still plays WoW. So yeah, are we? We gotta get Alex back in the frame to figure out where the camera needs to be. Is that better? Do we get it? Do we get the camera back where it's supposed to be? I don't know. Probably. I feel like you couldn't see that much of the stepladder before, but you probably could. I need to move that. It's been almost 2 years, but I am slowly building a set. Go me. What was the quest again? Oh, sorry, Jester. I didn't realize you were being my little guy. Dragonflight professions are weird. They are weird, Banquos. I fully agree. Why does it keep, like, briefly disconnecting me from chat? That's so annoying. Like, it's not like the stream is failing. I don't think I'm missing any messages, but, you know, bleh. The fuck am I doing? Okay, return to Vol'jin, all that blah blah blah. Take the upgraded metronographer. Alright. Is the metronographer just a fancy name for like a metronome? Melly's Metronographer Plus Plus. Use resynchronize nearby desynced entities to our timeline's tempo. Melly's patented rhythm measurement tool, upgraded again to resynchronize offbeat entities. Cool. Whoop. So I go over to this guy and I fix my leg. Did he die? Okay, no, he's not dead. That was so dramatic. Bengals, you're kind of glad to be largely done with leveling them. Yeah, like I'm done with mining, which is obviously easy, and that's it. Like fishing is fairly easy. I just haven't taken the time to actually do it. Well, yeah, I mean, fishing is always fairly easy, I guess. But yeah, cooking's kind of a pain in the ass, but I still have it significantly higher than my engineering. And like here's the thing. All of these are the things that give me upgrades. And like, look how much fucking shit I need. And like, I know that this is true for all of the professions, but like, really expensive stuff too. And I mean, not all of it is expensive anymore, but like, why would I make this? No one's gonna fucking buy it. Only engineers can wear it, and they can make it themselves. Like, that's what I hate the most about goggles, is that only engineers can wear them, which I kind of like. But it also makes them completely worthless. So, ugh. Have I been doing my treaties? Probably not, because I don't know what you mean by that. And yeah, like, I have to use Sparks of Ingenuity for a lot of these. This one isn't as bad. Moral support as your companions fall around you. It will resurrect all party or raid members within a reasonable distance after combat has ended. So yeah, like, I should make this because that's fun. That's a toy, so I should make it. Like, I should just go buy the stuff to make this, although some of these things I'll have to make myself, which is super annoying. But yeah, like, these are fun and all, and I just haven't bothered because it's just a giant pain in the ass. Giggle goggles. Alright. Receive the world as though it were ruled by gnolls. That's interesting. Yes, I did. I did make the Dragon Isles wormhole generator. But yeah, I haven't made a lot of things. So Inscription has a thing that gives you 1 skill point a week. Savior is definitely, like, worth it, but also, yikes. Like, whatever. Oh yeah, 25 FPS, almost as fast as my Nintendo Switch. Are you on your shitty laptop again, Chester? Is that what's happening right now? But yeah, so I don't have that much stuff. I mean, thanks. Thanks for that, Chester. Thanks for that nugget of wisdom. Jackass. Okay, so see, like, I hate the whole oh, but yeah, I don't know what the inscription thing is. I have no idea what that is. But 1 skill point a week would be something. But yeah, I hate that it's the whole not adding the quest bug. That's just really annoying. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, and now you're gonna tell me that it was tracked? Maybe it was. I don't know. Engineering was good in Shadowlands, sucks now. Honestly, that's how engineering always is. It's good sometimes, and then it's just garbage. No, you have, Jester, you have not fully encountered how fucking stubborn I am. This is one of those things that I refuse to change. I have been an engineer for 12 years. I am not quitting now. I mean, in fairness, it's more like 9 or 10 years, because I did try blacksmithing and stuff and I hated it, so whatever. But yeah, I don't care if it's suboptimal. Both of my warriors are engineers, period. And okay, you need to put in a crafting order. All right. I will go look at that soonish. I guess we should queue for one more dungeon, but I also just want to finish this quest. So you tried blacksmithing and hated it, but you tried engineering and hated it less, or I did. Yes, because engineering does fun things. Even if they're useless and don't make me any money, they're fun, and that's all I really care about. Also, some of them are incredibly useful, and I get to make like neat mounts and stuff. But every bit of engineering that I ground and struggled to clawed my way to get up to about Legion is on my other character, my previous main, and not this character. So I have fuck all on this character, and it sucks. Useless, no money, and you can make them. Yeah, the paper airplanes are fucking terrible. I don't want that. But I also see, that's the thing, and I like the goblin glider cloaks used to be like a thing that only engineers had, and it was great. But now, like, everyone and their mother can get it. You don't even need to buy the engineering item. There's a ton of other things that will do it for you, and it fucking sucks. Like, every cool thing that they give engineering, they eventually just hand to everybody else, and I hate it. Like, that's not completely true. Like, some of the mounts and stuff are still engineering specific. Like, I worked my butt off to make sky golems. Sky golems actually did make me some amount of money, but they take literally a month to make, and it's a nightmare. So seems the metronographer worked just as I intended. How interesting that temporal energies are so similar to music. I wondered if the Bronze Dragonflight has ever conducted research on the subject. Sorry, rambling. Let's get back to helping Tempo. My next paycheck depends on it.
Keep me updated.
Alright, one last problem to help solve. Succeed at this and we'll surely have earned an audience with Tempo. The investigators discovered another time slime, a much larger, powerful time slime. We've come to call it Time Slime Prime. Its temporal energies are greatly accelerated, making it especially deadly. I recommend using the metronographer several times to slow it back down before engaging in combat. Ooh, I get the okay. Those are baller. I'm putting those on immediately after getting them because they also match my outfit. Okay. Glider kits and what other games can we make with these? I've never played Genshin, so
Free and clear.
I'm out of the loop on that one. I'm gonna have to end stream soonish. Was I on my mount still? I'm sorry. I do that all the time. I'm the worst. Jester, jump back on if you want to come with me. Dragon falling with style. Nah, dragon flight. Ooh. Ooh, I see what you did there. Oh. I thought you were on, man. Sorry. Where is the Time Slime Prime? It's the Time Slime. Holy shit. Hey, bud. Chill. Okay, but can I do it whilst engaging in combat? So where's my, I used the trinket. Where's my mirror me? I want it. Give it to me. I used it. What do you? Why? Oh no loot. That's bullshit. Okay. I'm gonna turn that in. I didn't see that it was called feats per minute. I love that. That's great. I love puns. It's terrible. It's terrible that I love puns. Especially time puns. Remain wary, warrior. Strange temporal energies are lingering in this area. I mean, we already knew that, but I just felt the need to read it. Hey, it's Tempo. Boop, 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 boop. There you are. Thank you for your assistance in our time-tidying efforts. Now I have a chance to speak with Peggy himself. Truly, what an honor. It was so difficult holding myself back when he first approached me, but now I have plenty of time to speak with him. I forgot that Tempo was actually excited about it. That's cute. That's cute. Thank you for your help. I heard of all the work you've done. Is there anything I can help you with? So, hi. My name's Peggy, and I'm oh, I know who you are. You do? Of course, I'm a huge fan of your work. Really? Which of my pieces is your favorite? Oh, I don't think you've written it yet. Best keep at it, Peggy faints. So, how was it that I could help you? Melly says, I think you've done enough. Okay, Obi is on now, cool, but I need to go soon. Let's get this last heroic out of the way. Also, I'm starving, so that's also a thing. But that was adorable. Peggy fainted, and now he's got a little heart over his head. I love you, buddy. Jester, you're gonna have to hop back on the dragon in a second because I need to fix my transmog. I do have a bunch of goggles and glasses that I like, but you know, where are my glasses? Where are? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I'm so cool. Okay, so after this, we gotta go back to Veldraken and put in a crafting order for a treatise to get exactly 1 engineering point. Oh, good! It's Alderman. Whatever. Let's go. Fel Werebear. Hello, Fel Werebear. How's it going? Okay, is it bad that I kind of want this guy to like pull half the dungeon at once so that we can just get out of here? I never said it was hard, it's just boring and long-ish. Like it doesn't actually take that long to do, it's just Look, it's a rework of a dungeon that I've done 1,000,000 times, okay? Like, in fairness, this is not the worst part or the worst chunk of leveling. In fairness, I haven't leveled from level 1 in a while, like since a lot of the changes were made. But yeah, like back when you still had to get like 80 to 100 or whatever levels, and leveling was just kind of unchanged from that. The 40. Well, no, I guess it was like 52 to 58 when you could go to Outland. That section of leveling was fucking awful. Like, you needed to do Swamp of Sorrows or Thousand Needles, I think, both of which kind of sucked. And then all of the dungeons were Blackrock Depths, like the super long, confusing ones that nobody ever knew how to do, and Sunken Temple, which the original was difficult in the sense that I got lost all of the time, and that sucked. But it was at least interesting, and then the rework was boring as shit, and it was just bad. And yeah, Elaine, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just like for years and years and years, that chunk of leveling was just awful. And like, it's honestly part of why I don't like leveling that much. Right? So, it's a whole thing. There you go. This is a druid doing a shouty shout. A speedy shout, rather. Hey, Eric, we have an appointment. I did just use my cooldowns though, so it won't be that exciting. Elaine, you leveled at least a half dozen through that stretch in Legion. Yep. Yeah, and I mean, I did most of my alt leveling in Mists rather than Legion, but yeah, it was just bad. Just so bad. And like, there wasn't an alternative. Every single option you had sucked. And so, like, obviously it's not like that anymore, but I'm scarred for life, okay? It's the truth. I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't even take that much damage if it stood in it, but whatever.
You know, I think that castle actually helped clear my head.
Yeah.
Much obliged, strangers. We'll lend you a hand after we get our
They're so annoying. I'm gonna have to have my Swedish friend roll their eyes at that at some point.
Nice work. That frog has been
I don't think that they're aware of the Lost Vikings. I don't know. But yeah, does it even?
Want to see something nifty? What's this?
Yeah, okay, no, some of them still give you leveling ranges, or no, okay, they kind of do. Wait. Oh, but they're different now, right? But yeah, it was just bad. It was super duper bad. Bank was, through a series of mistakes you managed to avoid pre 9.0 leveling. I don't necessarily understand how that works, but honestly, congratulations, I'm genuinely happy for you. Like, honestly, like, a lot of leveling through that was fun, at least the first 3 times, because there were enough options to make that fun, even though beyond that. But yeah, that section was never okay. It was always terrible. Every single time. And there were just no good options. I hate Blackrock Depths, like, with a burning passion. I didn't used to. Or I didn't at first, but I sure do now. And, like, that's the thing, too. That sucked. But that's the thing, too, is, like, the one that you get at 40-something isn't that bad because it's short, but the other one is the super long one that nobody knows how to get around. And, like, eventually I figured out how to get around, but most people still didn't. And it was long, no one knew where to go. You always ended up quitting before you killed the final boss. It's just a nightmare. I hate that dungeon so much. Like, just despise it. Well and truly. Oh, man. So yeah, would not recommend. And anyone that managed to avoid it is a smart, beautiful, wonderful person. And yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy for you. Your life is better. Your life is better than mine. Unlike some people, I do not wish that everyone else had also suffered through the mines. I am sorry, friend. I cannot res you. Also, oh, okay, you just released. I mean, I guess that works. At least you're a monk. You'll get back quickly. This druid's like, yeah, we're fine. Which, I mean, honestly, we are. No offense, Chester. It's definitely better with a healer, but, you know, for not bosses, this druid's gonna be fine. Hi! Oh, baby. Bonk. We got a bunk. Yeah. A bonk and a flop and oh, and a belly. Oh, we got the belly for a second there. Yeah. Banquist, your first character was a boosted mage, and your main, since you abandoned the mage, was a demon hunter. Oh, you cheater! I think I did technically know that about you maining Demon Hunter now, but I obviously didn't know when you started doing that. I didn't know that you could do a boost without ever having leveled a character up, but I mean, I guess that's a good thing, because, you know, the whole point of boosts was to help people get in to play with their friends. So that's cool, but yeah, that... I mean, I don't know if I would call that mistakes. Because yeah, again, your life is better. At least mostly. So yeah, whatever. Gotta, oh, yeah. Gotta get through this dungeon. You started the last patch of BFA. Right. I think we've had this conversation about when you started. I don't remember. Okay. Stuff. Don't put that on camera, please. I'll be done shortly. So yeah. One more boss. Ugh, we gotta do the roleplay part in this. I'm so surprised you didn't get up, baby girl. I mean, she thought about it, but she didn't do it. Didn't do it. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. See, this, like, just so much running in this part of the dungeon. And then we have to do the freaking roleplay. Ugh. Oh. Tab target completely failed me on interrupting that earthen ward. I wanted to, but fine. Big yawn. Baby. She's a good baby. But yeah, it's just, I don't even know when it happened, because for the longest time, I only ever played with people that started in Wrath or earlier. So me starting at the end of Wrath, like, I was the baby. And now all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I've been playing WoW longer than just about everybody I meet. Which is fine, like, it's not bad, and at least to some degree I, you know, can help people out or share information or whatever, but like, it's just weird. I don't know when it changed. Cause there wasn't ever like an obvious point where it changed, right? So it's just interesting. Just fascinating. I don't know why I said that, did that. Okay, trapped in stone, yippee, woohoo, die please. I still, every time I talk about doing a weak auras and then I don't do it. So I'm opening CurseForge right now, and I don't endorse CurseForge. I just would not, oh, did they got rid of the roleplay from here? Sweet. Bangos, everyone around you has been playing since way before you. You only got into it because your friend wanted a way to hang out during COVID. That makes a lot of sense. And that's fair. There are definitely still a lot of veterans that play WoW, and I know a lot of them. It's just like, I meet a lot of new people, and like or most of the ladies, not all of them, that we've been doing mythics and stuff with, started like this expansion or last. So yeah, it's not so much that it's like, I have no idea if it's a majority or not, but they didn't get rid of the RP, I just wasn't paying attention? Okay, cool. Well, no, but they got rid of the part where they freeze you. Oh, you did it early. Okay, I see. I get it. Cool, thanks, I guess.
Now the disc is lost to time.
Baby girl.
Just as you are about to be.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Rad. Neat. Dump everything on this boss now. Get him dead. You ran into shielded yourself and it froze. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that it didn't, like, freeze everybody else, which is interesting. But yeah. I have just met so many new players, and honestly, like, that's good. It's good that there are still new players, because, yeah, having an aging population isn't a bad thing always, but it can be a problem for games, right? So, okay, we have finished the thing. We are going back to Valdragon and wrapping things up. That's the plan. But yeah, I mean, WoW I think is a decent way to hang out virtually, so there is that. I almost did the thing where I cancel my mount. Ugh, yeah, I still have so many little quests that I haven't done, but it's okay. Jester, you weren't fast enough. You're still in the dungeon. I'm leaving. I'm no offense, Jester, I'm just gonna leave group because I need more reasons to stop streaming because I need to get off. It's a thing that I need to do, so, yeah. We are going to turn this in, we are going to get our stupid, mostly pointless crest, and we are going to use it, and that is it. Jester, I wasn't paying literally any attention to that dungeon. So, no, I didn't see you running ahead of the group. like seriously, I was reading chat and that's pretty much it. I was talking. You're the one that says you don't have to pay attention to those dungeons, so I didn't. What do you want from me?
Farewell.
Sweet. Sweet, I got rip. Ugh, I don't want to do the researchers under fire. I'll do it later, but I don't want to. It's under duress. I want everyone to know that. Smash! Okay. Necklace. Wait, what? I thought that's what it gave me. Oh, it just contains the fragment. Oh my god. Okay. I already had 10. Yes, I was like, oh my god, no roleplay, and then you said there was, and I believed you. What are you trying to gotcha me with? You did it just for me. Oh, thanks, bud. Okay, there we go. I have some rad as fuck glasses, and I have upgraded my extremely mediocre necklace to maximum level. I honestly, I should probably do that with the chest piece at least, but I want to just replace it. That's what I would rather do at this point. So, yeah. But anyway, thank you for joining me on this episode of Raz Spills the Tea. And, see, I didn't want that on fucking camera. So yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me. It feels like it's Thursday, but it's not. It's Wednesday, so I'll be back tomorrow. Sweet. I need to go do some chores and make supper. But y'all are great, and I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.